Alrighty. Okay, sorry about that. I'm here. I swear I exist. That pizza was really good. It just came out. I just got it started a little late. So, I think I got it posted everywhere. I can see my mic is working. Oh, good. I just need to make sure that yep, I think I posted it everywhere, so I'm all set. So, good evening everybody. It is I don't even remember last time I streamed. The last time I streamed was when I did a double bracket because my thing said Drifter the double tournament run or some shit like that. So it's been several months. Actually, I could probably guesstimate. It's been since about September, I think. Yep, it would be September because yeah, that was the Dust Bowl I won. That's right. Then I went and I died in Rev Tuesday, but you know how it be. But all right, so I'm just doing one last thing, and then we'll be getting started here. So, oh shit, this round was pretty fucked. All right, so here we are. Let's go to Bam. Hello, everybody. I exist on the internet. So that's pretty cool. So, what are we doing here tonight? My format, no idea. But I was thinking about this and I wrote up a blog post recently. And see if I can pull it up on the side here. Because I've been yeah. Where's my page? Yeah. So, because co-host is no more, RIP to a real one. I did a little write up recently, basically just kind of talking about like where I've been this year, like tournament wise and whatnot, and just kind of like trying to think about that stuff. And I sat down and I went to 6 different offline events this year and did competitive stuff at all 6 of them, which is crazy to think about. Frosty Faustings, which you see here, Slashback, Combo Breaker, Roundhouse, East Coast Throwdown, and Reshomania. So, I did a lot of things, and I got to thinking about it. I was like, I think a lot of my matches this year got streamed compared to previous years. And in general, this year was just like a mostly pretty good year for me for results wise, which was very surprising in my book. I did not expect to do as well as I did this year. Which success comes in various ways, but if I like went to go look at results last year, a lot of it was last year in 2020 or 2023. I started off the year drowning in pools at Frosty. I didn't make top 24 at Combo Breaker. I think I was like 25th or something. And just kind of like just had an okay year, but that my dizzy was not quite there yet, and I understood it. So I had some results, can be kind of hard on myself, but it'd be like that. So going into this year, you know, where's the list of all the Trails games? That's true. We'll get to that at the end. We'll add that right onto the tail end. But this year I was thinking of I went and I did a lot, and I had a lot of games that I played, and I went, oh, I definitely guess I could sit down and go over all of them. And I was like, do I want to do like a write up for that? I'm like, no, I'll just stream it. That's gonna be easier. So here we are. Here's where I've been. Let me clean my glasses real quick. Also, for anybody tuning in tonight, I really do appreciate it. I'm not. There's 2 other good Xrd streams at least going on right now. I know Vevian is streaming a First to Death versus Y, and I know RTW just started streaming as well. So plenty of options to choose out there. So if you got multiple tabs in your browsers, or if you have the bandwidth for it, I recommend checking them out. RTW, obviously the GOAT, despite his stream titles. Well, no, the one tonight was just like playing the game people wished they played or something. I don't know. It was something better than the best worst Dizzy ever. But yeah. So here we are, and I kind of just want to start going through the list of it. Hi, Pixel. No, you don't have. I don't have any food. Sorry. You went up on my. Oh my gosh. All right, give me one sec. Pixel is requesting access to my desk. Okay, she wants to come lay up on it. So, let me just rearrange my drinks. All right. Hi, Pixel. Do you want up here? I don't have a camera. But here she is. You want to say hi, Pixel? You want to come lay up there? Yeah, you can come lay up there. That's fine. Oh, you just want the crumbs. You want the crumbs from the pizza. Hey, Kevitzog! Thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, I got follow alerts working again, so take an explosive, Joel, and hope you've been well, friend. Alright, Pixel, I need you to come lay on the desk if you're gonna be up here. Alright, so I don't really know the best format for this, as obviously this is the first time I'm doing something like this, but I figured it could be pretty fun. I always get inspired seeing Jushichi's blog post for everything. Pixel, I need you to make a decision. Are you up here or you're on my lap? Jushichi's blog post always talking about like how his year stuff goes, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could do that too. So I wrote up I got a link to every match I played that was recorded this year in a competitive setting, including WrestleMania, of course. And I was just like, well, I'll write down what I can remember of the matches, and then we'll just go through all the matches that got recorded. So starting off, only way to do it is start off with Frosty Faustings, the first event of every year, and it's only a month away. So at Frosty Faustings this year, I came in 17th. I've never came in 17th at a major like that before, so that was pretty cool. So Frosty's was an interesting story too with that, because like an hour before pools started, my hitbox or my custom lever list that I had made stopped working. And I think it was due to a voltage issue, but I had no idea. So I'm panicking, like, why is my lever list not working anymore? Shoutouts to Seth. They are the GOAT because they lent me their hitbox for the night and for the day until I like made it until I like died in tournament, which was fantastic. The fact that they offered that at all was truly too kind of them. So I quickly get readjusted, which luckily with the layout I had, it wasn't too bad. But pools went about as well as I expected. I had a feeling I would die to Noah. I went in coming with an understanding of how I can play the Ino matchup, and Havoc Noah killed me in a way that I was not prepared for. So, that's just how it be. So went down to losers immediately, and then started making my losers run in top 48. So I don't really remember much of these matches. I remember a little bit of this one because I was like just trying to make I was nervous because playing like my lever list had issues, and I just wanted to like make it out. So I remember being really nervous for this one, but I won. And then I made it to the losers. I don't remember who Dayquil plays, but the thing, and I wrote this down in my notes. So luckily these, and I'll say first of all, luckily these 3 matches were all recorded. We'll get to those in just a moment. But so I remember winning my first match and going, okay, who do I play next? All right, MF Beautiful and Haseo. And I go over and I watch the set. And it was MF Beautiful was like owning, from what I remember, and MF Beautiful popped off the first time, maybe first time making it out of the major, I don't know, but he was popping off about being Haseo, being all excited and whatnot, and then I was like, oh hey, we play next, and they're calling for us, so let's go ahead and play. And then the moment we sat down and I won the first game, all of that enthusiasm got sucked up like a black void after playing me. I just remember finding that very funny. It's just like, oh, well, there goes the enthusiasm. So it's mine now. I remember that specifically, of seeing Beautiful being so excited, and then all of a sudden afterwards it was just gone. So that was a fun way to. I mean, I had already won a match, but that was a fun way to keep going in the bracket. And then I look at next. And my good friend Kissercrate comes up to me and he's like, well, let's get this over with. So we sit down to play, and I remember nothing about this set. Point of reference. So I have 17 different videos of sets this year. That's a lot. I was hoping to originally take some notes after watching some of them, but I think I'm just going to we're just going to watch them. I'm not really going to, if I see a cool moment, I'm going to pause and go back. But for the most part, we're just gonna watch these and see what happens because 17 sets is so much. Like that's an ungodly amount, especially for me. So, and some of these I've watched. I think I've watched this once before, but some of these I've not watched all year because I didn't even know there were links to a couple of them. So, starting off, Frosty Faustings, losers top 40 something. 48, I think, at this point. It started in 96, now top 48. Me versus Kizzer Crate. Now, Kizzer Crate and I have usually gone back and forth, but I have gotten a lot better since the last time I played Kizzer, and Kizzer was just not ready for a couple of things I was doing, so that's what I remember specifically. I think the big thing was that he let me get away with summons and block strings way too much. Do I get this combo? I do get it. Okay. I fucked up my bubble because I did it too fast. What the fuck was that? Whatever. Mistakes into miracles. And there goes the camera. I've thought about getting a tripod for this, but then I don't want it to affect my music when playing. Danger time. Alright. Okay, well, you know what? Sometimes it's danger time and I just land and do 2k after H-Fish. I figured that was a throw attempt more than likely. It's also going to be curious to like see how I'm looking after an entire year. Because I got a lot of really good comments on my play at Reshomania. So it's curious to see where I started out this year. Uh-oh. And then another knockdown to H-Fish. Yep. Dash jump over to not deal with the blitz. Fuck up that because crouching is a thing. It's also why I don't do that setup that often. If I'm being honest, I fuck it up too much right now. Burning meter for no reason. Going in for no reason. I have the life lead. There's no need for me to go in. Now I tech out. I can't get that. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Hi, Pixel. Alright, so I take a moment, which is good. I'm a big proponent of if you're in tournament or in an exhibition or something, take a moment between games. Just win or lose, take a moment, think about it, drink some water. Just do what you can. Nice. Full screen combos into being cowardly, not doing anything after. I appreciate it. Yeah, take a look at notebook. We'll get to that right at the end because that's actually going to be one of my resolutions for next year. And it's something I don't do enough. Because I'm like, oh, I want to be grounded, so I just like drink water. But I'm like, oh, you know what would ground me? Looking at this thing that I write in, which I've actually been bad about. All right, so scrambles, bait a DP, do a bubble at a high spot, have the D fish going out. I might have been able to get a 6H, but I agree that's safer, and then I do a stupid thing and it works. Why did I YRC it? That's funny. Ooh, nice 6P. But oh no, the bubble! I don't do that setup anymore, I don't. Regardless, I do that though. The 6P is too low to hit me. 2H would have probably smoked me there, but neither here or there. I'm put in a bad spot, but Kizzer is on low HP, and I'm still on set point right now. So I just decided to dead angle and do just a dash jump at the 2K, which is kind of crazy thinking about it, but you know what? I was right. Yeah, and that should do it. Yep. ID jump K secures my loser's run for now. Don't look at my hair. Looked really bad that day. All right, next up. I sit down, or I get up. I'm like, okay. I think my next match will... Oh, that's a flashbang right there. I'm going to try to grab this one out too. So, I go, and I'm like, all right, who do I play next? Oh, it's the winner of Alma and Joy. and Alma loses, so it's me versus Joy. And I sit and I go and I just start rubbing my hands together and going like, all right, Joy, I am probably a good player matchup for Joy. Just with the way that like my character is already a good matchup for it if I understand how the other player wants to play. And I obviously Joey's getting better and better, and I will get smoked if I give him even a bit of room. So I sit down and I go, all right, I really just need to find the way in, or I just need to find a way to keep him out until I get the best hit and I win. So I want to keep going. I don't want my tournament run to end here. That's loud. Shout out to Kizzer and Ama. Why have I done this? Kai, the goat. Manny Blaze. Alright, let's skip all this boring stuff of setting buttons. Oh, hey, it's you! What up? How goes it? Alright. Me versus Joy. I'm listening to Dizzy theme because my headphones died the night before and I didn't turn them off after pools. So the way I want to play this matchup is I want to just be so annoying to Joy and I want to make him spend meter just for nothing, if I can help it. Because Heihun does a lot of damage if I let her. So I have to just play very patient in ways, and I try baiting that burst, and I don't. Well, I know why, but it's a very scrubby burst bait that didn't end up working out. So, yep, wire C's from Joy. Ooh, nice knockdown here from me. Should have baited that one. Yeah, you can see how Joy wants to play a lot of ball into dive kick situations. So blue ball is actually really good because it's really fast and can hit me out of doing some things. Like if I want to like set up like H fish, it can actually clip me as I'm like still in the animation for that. So if Joy had got it set out beforehand. So I'm trying to like do things to not worry about those situations. Now it's time for my mix. Go low. Get hit by 2P, 4-frame button, by the way. And at this point, I have a huge life lead. This is my round to lose at this point. So Joey's spending meter to try to get in. I am fucking up inputs, but it doesn't matter. I RC that on accident. Reset into... Why did I do this? That's so dangerous. Why did I tech? Oh, well, it worked. I tech into that wasn't even full Shinken. That was the... Yeah, that wasn't the full Shinken. I think that was the form where you do it without doing Shinken, but I forget. Anyways, I tech out into that in a very dangerous spot, but with the life lead and I think burst, I felt comfortable doing that. Probably. I don't know what Dane was thinking. Oh, what is this? This is not... whatever. I put J-pop stress busters, and I'm like, what is this? I was just doing whatever YouTube music recommended me. Alright, so game 2, I took some time for some water, and yeah, I can wake up 6P against Heihun. Now Joy is actually doing a lot better Oki where I can't really do that, and when I fight Fu never allows me to do that either, so it's really cool. But I fuck up my knockdown, and I tried to go for a 4S, but I was too close, so I get hit by tech buttons. I fuck up a blitz, I fuck up that. Mistakes into miracles, what can you do? Mistakes into miracles. Sometimes you just hit. Sometimes you just get hit in weird ways and get an air throw and win. You know, that's Guilty Gear. This is annihilating the stress. It is. No more stress. Alright. 2D. Dash jump over into a confirm. Now I just do some basic Oki. Not trying to overextend. Well, I got hit, so what can you do? But Joy is forced to spend meter to get the good knockdown. Or good Oki. But like, yeah, you can see that blue ball right there kind of hit me, but it also doesn't really get much for Joy unless he's able to convert from it, so I gold burst. It worked. I had 75 meter. You know what? Do I lose this round? I don't remember. I'm not looking at the timestamp either. Okay, never mind. Nice blocks. I RC for some reason on accident. All right, and I just set up the zoning, and here we go. Top 24 losers for me. Oh, because it's in the playlist. That's right. So I'm like, okay, sick. I made top 24 losers. Well, it only gets worse from here. Who could I possibly play? And then I look at it, and I see Solstice is who I have to fight. And you can see this timestamp of the video. I'm going to spoil this one. I get my ass beat. Solstice is very, very good at this video game and has to play this matchup more than I have. So I'm like, okay, well, how possibly bad could it be? Maybe it's only a first to two. Maybe I could just cringe my way into winning or something like that. And as it turns out, I cannot cringe my way into winning against very strong players. You know, it's a crazy concept actually. So I have not actually watched this set, I think. Oh no, oh wait. Oh wait. Was this a button check? Did we button check? Yeah, we button checked. Oh my god. I'm getting baited. It's an even faster video. It's an even faster ass beating. I have not seen this all year. Yeah, so there's definitely some of these that I have not watched at all, so. Like there's my ones from ECT I know I have not watched yet, so. Yeah. I get my ass beaten for. You know the meme of it's like, I'm gonna go fight in the parking lot. I'll post the video after, and the dude's like, I got my ass beat. Ain't no way am I posting that. That's how I wanted to be with this one. But everybody can get a good Oki setup. I try to cringe my way into something good up back there from Solstice. Not wanting to do with any of my shit. I get hit by a close slash. Yeah, at least I'm able to burst. Well, all right. GG's next round. What can you do? I don't even have my fully burst back because of risk. That's so fucked. All right. Uh-oh. Yeah, nope, that's bad. All right. All right. Oh, yep. Trying to the camera fading down. Yeah, I have to burst there, but I get air thrown because I get greedy because I feel like I'm forced to have to do something. There's this huge life lead. Solstice is very good, but Solstice is also on the defensive, so Solstice can get the defensive air throw and just set me up for all of this situation. Honestly, yeah, you're right. I probably should have let go. No, I can't even let go because I'm already in the blocking. Well, no, I could have not blocked the mix. You're right. I think that is better. So I even take a moment to be like, all right, I got my ass beat. Is there anything I can do to salvage this? And the answer is no. There is not much. The way I'm playing this is not conducive to winning, I don't think. I have a slightly better understanding of it now, but I'm still going to need more time to like understand this matchup. So, because right now the only Rams that we really have are Arm and Solstice. There's a couple ones on the up and up for sure, but like those are the ones that like I'm worried about. Yeah, no, that's a Daro hit into the corner. I am losing my life. I don't have the super input yet. Yeah, no. All right, BGs go next. I just try to wait it out, and I just eventually think I just give up because I'm like, well, I got most of my burst back. Okay, that's so bad, actually. All right, that's it. This round's over. There's nothing I can do. All right. What do we got here? All right, that's pretty all right. I get to play the game a little bit. Yeah, on 2D on block, Ram can just Daro if I don't do certain things, and I think Solstice was just trying to max greed with it. But YRC, I mean, I'm talking about an interaction that happened 20 seconds ago, and I'm dead now. So what's the point? I got mixed. I lost. That ends the Frosty Faustings 2024 Braun, which still 17th for me, pretty good. Like if I go back, and I probably should have done this beforehand. But like if I go to competitor and I go to Frosty Faustings 2023, I died to Arc Fieri round 1, and then I died to Gekio to not even make it out in losers. I got 97th, like, in 2023. Almost 2 years ago. That's like a lifetime ago. Oh, right. Oh, God. I forgot that's how fucked this bracket was. I lose round 1, and I go fight Cade. I forgot how bad this bracket was. This year was fucked. There is no nice way of saying that. This whole year was just messed up. But you know what? On Fortnite. So that ends the Frosty Faustings 2024 experience, ending in 17th, which is much better than I've done before. So next up, we have Slashback. Now, Slashback, I have some of these matches on stream and some of them I don't. I don't remember how my set versus Kyrie went. I think I just won. I don't have any mental notes on. Okay, sorry, I thought I heard something. That's the music, though. Okay, I'm losing my mind. I don't remember this one as much. This one was on stream. I fought Roz, who is my Dizzy mom, and I lost game 1. It was close, but it felt pretty bad. I took slightly too long to hit play again because I was thinking. It was kind of thinking and also kind of really just trying to reset my mind and be like, all right, what can I do better now? Because this is not good. I got my ass beat real bad. That I somehow brought it back. Oh nope! Please don't click on that. I died a Foo in Winner's Final of the Pool, which is on stream. I beat Senior Children, in which asterisks will come back to this one. And then these two are on stream. I knew Hellsap got streamed. I didn't realize this one got uploaded to YouTube, which is surprising. So, because I knew this was on stream, and I put up a better fight than I probably should have against KTP. That's what I remember. But we're gonna go through everything now. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull up everything ahead of time. The KTP set I've not watched all year, actually. So, I know I haven't watched the Foo one either. But this one, I've watched at least once. You'll see why. But me versus Heartbreak Daisy. Daisy's Millia has been getting better and better. She's scarier and scarier in neutral and offense every time I fight her nowadays. So I was like, I can win this, but like if I fuck up, I'm dead. Like, and of course, like there's a level of like fuck ups like I think you can handle against any player. Daisy is one where it's like I have to fuck up less and less the more, or like I have to be willing to have less fuck ups the more I fight her. So because she kind of beats my ass at first. Millia mix, I don't block that. I guess low. She messes up the Sad Moon. And then, 2D. I blocked high that time, and I'm just holding my burst. There's no point. Last hit situation versus Millia. Pin was on the other side of the screen, but I just did not feel comfortable with it. Save it. So, I'm like, all right, well, that's not good. Rough start. Getting knocked down into the corner. Yeah, I got a burst there. I got a burst somewhere. Get a really lucky counter hit jump H. Mess up the punish on Blitz. That should have been a good ass punish, but you know what? Sometimes the hands just don't got it in them. No! Speaking of that, I don't drop that much. That could have been round. Well, not round ending, but it would have been guess for round with that Oki. Regardless, I am now in a bad spot. So I have to mash out. I have to ice spike. I mess up that because I was worried about burst. I get knocked down again. I'm like, all right, that's not good. Things are quickly becoming worse and worse. I don't even remember how I win this first game. Because, yeah, this is, like, really bad. I think she baits my burst, which ends up working out in my favor. She was a little too worried about it. I think if you're in that position where you're a round up, I think it's fine just to take the burst. Because if I go into this third game with no burst, that's worse than me winning with burst. Yeah, that's worse for me. Yeah, because I want to keep my burst at that point. But I'm getting mixed. I am getting hit out of backdashes. She had a good read on my habits. I kind of waste meter for no reason, and I'm like, okay, I have to do something to win. I get this nice knockdown here, kind of fuck the Oki, but it doesn't matter because nobody realized that whiffs sometimes. Oh no, and there I learned that Milia does not get hit by the bubble there. Only a couple characters do, or don't. Milia, Soul, May, Slayer, Baiken. And this was a learning lesson for me. So I'm like, all right. I barely scrape out game 1. Hey, I like that sweater. That's cute. It was way too warm for me to be wearing those though, but it's fine. And I'm like, okay, I got my music playing. Let's see how it goes. All right. And I'm like, okay, well, I have to still not mess up because I almost lost that game 1. Like, I felt like I kind of should have lost that. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. So she's moving around more, and so this is kind of working out. She tries to do a 2. I think that's a 2H anti-air she's trying there. I RC this for a knockdown, or what should have been a knockdown, but I mess it up because Milia was just too high in the air. So now we're right back to square one. And now I have to ask the question, where do I burst? And the answer, I couldn't even finish the sentence. The answer wasn't when or what, or do I? It was there. So I take that round. I'm like, okay, I feel much more comfortable now. I'm kind of in my element. We're going to win this. I try to 2S that, and you can't. And I go, well, we might lose this. She calls out my backdash again. All right. We're quickly going back to it's so over territory. Which I do think I lose this round. Oh. Yeah. All right. I tried to do dash 2D as a punish. I only got the 2D because Digitalis is weird. She slides underneath that bubble, and I take my hands off the hitbox, and I go, all right, final round. And I just have to start thinking, like, I don't remember what I was thinking in this moment. I was just thinking, like, I just need to, like, not get hit by pen. That's usually the biggest thing with Milia is, like, if they're willing to throw pen in neutral, I'm more comfortable with that. I just need to not get counter hit by it. Because usually I'm more scared when the Milia holds the pen. Because then anytime I get hit in the air, I'm knocked down. And that's scary. And then I'm like, oh, wait, if she gets hit by this, IK. I'm like, oh, okay. Even if she had burst there, I think it goes through burst at that height. So, you know, sometimes you just get hit by the bubble setup and you get IK'd. I'd been learning, at this point, I've been learning the IK routes for a bit, and that's like I don't need to spend any meter on this route, which has been really nice. Thank you. I do legit think learning these Dizzy IKs have helped me win more games. People say it's toxic because the IK animation takes forever. I win more games with it. Now I fight Fu. Fu is somebody who's always beaten my ass. I've never come close to playing Fu, and I'm like, okay. I have some ideas having fought Joy now. I just need to see what I can do. I don't know why it says Winners Finals. I think it's supposed to be Winners Finals of the pool. Because it's definitely not Winners Finals of the tournament. But anyways. I try to leave. Fu says no. I tech, and yeah, you can see what's happening. Bad things are happening. Bad things are happening very fast, and I'm stunned. Which is a big issue in this matchup, and it's also an issue in the Slayer matchup, which we'll come back to a little later. So, oh, hey, Learn. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. All right. I remembered there's a specific point in the set, and you'll see it when I do it, where I go for a combo I had just been starting to learn on Heihyun, or in general, and I try it on Heihyun, and I drop it, and I lose the round. But I'm like, well, I don't know why I did in tournament, but my hands wanted to do it, so. I think I just, yeah. That was a weird situation. Yeah, I feel like I gotta get something going. That was a really good burst from Fu, because I'm so low that it's going to take me more hits for me to win that game. So Fu has plenty of time to build back burst, and yeah. At that point, it's over. No more words need to be said. I am sitting here going, well, what the fuck do I do? And I have to sit there thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I have no ideas, but reset. Let's try again. I vaguely, it's hard for me to remember stuff in game, but like I remember feelings going into stuff more often. So nice IAD jump K by me. Nice burst OS by me just hitting 2P a bunch. That's the combo that whiffs. My heart breaks and I lose this round. Hey, what up, Sofished? How goes it? Yeah, I can't do anything because of that dang ball. Yep, and I try to tech into it. What if I tech into it another time? Surely it'll work. Yeah, so I notice how I had a big advantage at the start of the round, and because I dropped that confirm, it just all went sideways. Terror. I mean, I didn't know it was going to be Shinken there, but a nice throw. Yeah. Can't really blitz that. That that jump S working was not into plans, and then I whiff my ice spike and it's over. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, because TNS is running that tonight. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a big counter hit. This round, I didn't tech apparently. This round's over. Unironically. I mean, first of all, I know the results from this. Nice throw, but I don't get the knockdown because it's too high. I try to follow the tech, but Fu delay techs forward and gets on the other side of me. I'm like, okay, well, I have no meter because I've spent it. There's a ball there. I try to go in. There's already a ball there with the YRC. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of out of ideas, so I just need to throw stuff to the wind. That burst is the greatest of all time. That was incredible, actually. That is a tournament winning burst in any other situation. But unfortunately, this is just winners finals of pools. So I drop down to losers bracket of Slashback, and I go, well, you know, what can you do? So then I fight my first round in losers against Senior Children. I'm doing big asterisks on this. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot. I wiped this from my memory because of these two sets. So I'm like, okay, I beat Senior Children. That's a biking down. All right, I feel pretty okay. Let's see how far I can go. And I think like that's usually like my thing with tournaments lately is like I want to see how far I can go. And I'll tell you which tournament I don't have that philosophy, and you'll see why I'm disappointed in my results. But then I go, okay, Hellsap. I've never fought Hellsap in this game. But the one thing I do have is I have probably more Jacko experience than your average player because when I was getting into this game, I had a local named Jedum who beat my ass so bad when I was getting into it. When he and his brother and a couple other folks would come over, for the longest time I lost 50 games straight to both of them. I remember being very excited the first time I stopped the counter from hitting like 100 after playing them. It was or at 50 after playing them. I was very excited. So I've played this match. I've played against Jacko a lot, and it's also due to that I kind of have less fear against this character than other people do. So Jacko is a character where with Aegis you think she just dominates zoners and whatnot, which that is true. But the main thing that Dizzy has over Bedman in this matchup, which I was already fine with, is that Dizzy has good normals. I'm playing with a real character now against Jacko. It's sick. And I have real movement. I can threaten things. I have real Oki. It's amazing. Yeah, Aegis, you'll see. Actually, and that's an important interaction. I'm sorry, Avery. I didn't mean to set the scene that hard. Don't show me the sad face. Also, point of reference, because I did hit with the Aegis, the ice spike goes off, but the Aegis does come back, which means this fish does nothing. So that DP comes out. But you'll see I spend a lot of time like focusing on movement and like trying to just kill houses as I can. Like I understand like I'm on a ticking time bomb here. No matter what, I mean, you always are with Jacko, but the way I do, like, I'm still kind of aggressive in this set, but I think that's kind of what you have to do sometimes against this character. First whiffs, and I'm like, okay, I have Jacko in the corner. This is now my game to lose. Now I just do the normal confirm, and she dies. Yeah, yeah, and a lot of the times, like if they expect you to play lane with the Aegis up, but Dizzy has good normals, and even if the minions don't go away, they still get stunned when you hit them. That was a mess. That was a funny DP. Hi Pixel, what are you doing? Oh, nice, nice 3H. Crazy shit going on, but Ice Spike solves everything. So many houses are up. I mess up my dash fish. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna hit fishes and go in, or hit houses and go in. Yeah, things are getting bad, but I'm like, well, if I get one hit, I can still probably win this. But I'm just not bursting. Please don't burst in. I say this. Yeah, I think I just lose the round here because this is the win con for Jacko. Like I was just mashing there to try to get a way out because if I don't, I'm just fucked. So I'm like, I don't mind getting hit. Yeah, there's some funny clashes that happen. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, nice wake up. Throw OS from me to beat out the 6K. Yeah, nice 6H. Hellsap's Jacko is very good for sure. I spin meter for some reason. I still get this knockdown here. And I'm like, okay, I'm still in the driver's seat. I don't know how this interaction works, but I was still safe, so. There's some wild shit going down. Please tell me I kill like this. Jump K, jump D. Yeah, perfect. All right. So there are bad things that can happen in this matchup, but even when I'm in a bad spot in this matchup, and I'm not saying I'm a master of this matchup, of course, but I just know enough to be like, okay, I'm not as scared as like most people would be. And fighting a Jacko in tournament, that's terrifying. You know how many Jackos there are? Not many. I do want to learn this character, but yep, I just stand there. I'm just doing 2K, just doing close slash. I killed the houses. I do go for mix, even with DP. Go for mix again. Nice dead angle. I get hit by counter hit 6P and 6H. All right. I think I lose this round. Uh-oh. Now this is bad. Yeah, this is pretty bad. And I'm just not teching. I'm making it worse. Yeah. I just gave up. I was like, well, I messed up my blitz. Everything is over. I should have been teching at one point, but I guess I was expecting the combo to go longer. And I didn't want to get reset, but you know, despite the start, I still feel pretty fine. I dash up. So the big thing that I was mentioning here too is that even if there was a minion here, so Aegis prevents Jacko from getting hit and from minions getting destroyed and houses getting hit. If there was a minion here in my way, the laser would still hit them. Like you can see it hits this house here. So the laser would still hit them and they would be in that state where it's like, oh, I got hit. I can't do anything for a moment. So I could still go in. I'm fairly sure that's how that works. So I'm like, okay, well, now let's try to do the RTW special. Just a fire bubble, dash in, dash out. Mess up. Go for the air throw anyways, just because I'm kind of sick with it. That 3H not reaching was insane. All right. Oh, another Sophish. This is actually another thing that you should keep in mind when playing this matchup. And this is something that I think everybody should do. So I'm right here. I know I want to get in the air. I don't want to be stuck in the corner right here. I want to go at this angle right here. So I'm going to do a dash jump, and I'm going to do jump P to immediately hit this minion. This minion will not throw shit at you until you're in the air. So that's an important thing that I always like doing, especially if it's like, oh, there's a magician there. Well, I'm going to just do a rising jump P. It's very fast, and it's going to hit them, and I'm going to be able to get out. All right. Speaking of getting out, do you want down from the desk? Man, I love. Oh yeah, this is Auto concert next. I'm sorry, Pixel. I didn't set you down to go bark at outside. We'll take away the stairs. My dogs love to people watch, so they have stairs in my room to look out on the street. No pixel. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to call that out for a moment because I think this is an important thing that I feel like people don't do enough. And I kind of got hit by that magician right there, but that's whatever. This situation is not great, but I'm not dying, and I get oh damn, that air throw was sick. And I just do a walk up throw in case of DP. I'm kind of sick with it sometimes. That was sick. That was a good sequence from me. Goddamn. I don't pop off for myself that much, but damn, that was sick. Okay, and then I whiff 2D like that, but you know what? Can't all be great. Oh, and that's another little aspect here. Something else. Oh, thank you for that. But something else I want to point out too that Dizzy can do that I'm fine with doing a lot of the time. This is the only house out right now, and this Firefish and this Ice Arrow after will mean that there is nothing that can come up afterwards, just because, you know, Hellsap's in the corner. So I will just forego Oki just to kill houses. There I should have hit 2S after, but you know what? I prefer killing houses. I think killing houses is the most important part of the matchup. And I delayed my ID that time, and I get hit. You know, what can you do? I remember I win this in a very stupid way, though. Oh, there we go. Tech Jump H, my beloved. And because of that combo, all the houses are gone. That Tech Jump H basically wins me so much momentum. Even getting hit there is not too bad. Oh, how did I bait that? I don't do that enough. Damn. I was on one this set. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, I get hit. All right. I get hit again. First baited by an OS. Get hit in a way that Hellsap can't confirm. Good old Tech Jump H. Nothing beats that. Yeah, fuck Tech Buttons, man. What a game we play. What a fucking game this is. Okay. Now let me stretch for a moment to get the anxiety out, because that secures me a placement, because this means that if I win my next match, I'm in top 8, loser side. However, I have an uphill battle in front of me. I don't want to listen to the commentary. These two would probably be fun to listen to. I'll listen to it off stream. I'm just going to mute all commentary tonight, but I am up against the one, the only KTP. KTP's Mei is so sick. I love watching his Mei. Unfortunately, that means if I watch it, that means I'm dying up here, so I have to try my best. And I have not watched this set at all. I think I watched it once after it happened on the VOD on Twitch, but I've not seen it since then. So I remember how I think I lose the set. I remember the specific interaction that I go for that was a mistake in hindsight that loses me the set. But we'll see. It's these sets, it's the one from ECT that I've not really watched. Oh, bad start. That was a rough start. Mei is a character that I feel like the way my playstyle is set up with bubbles is not how you fight Mei. So I've been really trying to like work my way to understanding how to fight this character better. But I still need more research. Always need more. I'm doing much better against Meis nowadays, but you know, when you're fighting the current best Mei in the US, you know, what can you do? This confirm is so sick, by the way. I know Moku would hit me with this shit too. That's so cool. Yeah, and then I just get hit. I think I tried to split. No, I tried to throw. Cause I remember there, cause you can throw the 2D, but KTP went high. Or like went med, so. I remember that for sure. Oh, I tried to 2S, but I can't 2S that angle. That makes this so sick. I think Mei is such a cool character, man. She's a demon, but I think like the Oki with the hopping on the dolphin is some of the coolest stuff in the game for sure. Nice throw. So now I'm like, okay. Oh no, I messed up the confirm. But now all I can do is reset, so All that meter on KTP is really bad, but it doesn't matter if I can get some hits in. And that will not be this round, because that doesn't kill. I think it'll kill, and it doesn't. So... And then I get throw. I did so good, but it wasn't enough. KTP is too good. I was not thinking about the command grab there. I was like, damn. I blocked the low. I blocked the high. I blocked the low RC. I blocked the high RC. What am I not thinking about? Command grab. I'm like, fuck me. This is so bad. I'm like, all right, I gotta bounce back. I was doing okay. Let's just see how far I can go. That's the motto I like trying to do. So I'm like, okay, well, much better start already. I am getting, not the best knockdown, but I'm at least going to be able to get set up for a moment. Do the S-Fish there to kind of try to control space more. I'm definitely moving around a lot, which I think is, ooh, that dodged the gold burst. Hell yeah, 4S, my beloved. And then this is the start of me just starting to do IAD nothing throw. This is the beginning of it, because that's something I've been doing all year, and it opens so many people up. Because now I can Ice Spike at that range, RC, and then yeah. That was dead for sure. Thankfully I didn't drop it. Woo! Alright. Glad I didn't... I was just about to say, I'm glad I didn't spin meter here. Something I've been having to really work on is holding my meter management. But then it doesn't work because I'm already recovered, and May's right here, and the Ice Spike's over here, and I'm out here, and the Caveman's in there, and... Man. Just hold your meter. Meter's good. I've started holding my meter more in casuals. It hasn't been reflective in like competitive stuff yet, but it's going so much better. And now I die. But I hold my burst. Please hold your burst, Dane. Please, for the love of God, hold your burst. I block. I'm the goat. Ugh. You should hold your meter. Because Dizzy builds meter really slow compared to a lot of other characters. So burning 25 meter when you have 75 is no big deal, but burning like 25 when you only have 26, let's say, is so bad. Nice backdash. That bubble. The bubble boy. Oh, yeah. It's hard. You'll see in these sets, I'm just burning meters sometimes. I don't know why I burnt that. I think my inputs got crossed. That didn't knock down on May for some reason. Oh, wait, no. Because I have to... That's too high. Yeah, I was supposed to Ice Spike there. Yeah, oops. Alright. That Rising Jump P gets air thrown, and then I get a gold burst. I'm like, okay, well, how can I throw this? Mess up the Ice Spike. I mess it up again. How do I win this game? Did they lie? Did Start GG lie? No, never mind. That didn't kill? Okay. Jesus. Ugh. I'm so stressed watching my own gameplay. God. This past Dane sucks. See, that's always like the thing where it's like you should always go back and watch your old replays, even if it sucks. Cause I'm able to, like, now that I'm here, now that I'm like, okay, now I think, like, burning the meter here is okay, but also now that I'm here, it's like, okay, now that I'm a much stronger player, like, yeah, doing these summons is fine. The YRC here is smart, but, and then everything else, and then, yeah, the double YRC here is, like, should have been game losing. This should have lost me the set right here. Doing Ice Spike versus May is so difficult because she goes high in the air a lot of the times and will not get hit at angles you want her to. So I honestly am starting to consider more and more of like, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna not spend it against May. And then the gold burst here, this should have lost me this set. The set should have ended right here. But because of that YRC, I win. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's keep trying. Let's see how much further I can go. Like, if I win my next game, I get to fight my good friend Evangeline in top 8 losers, and that would be so fun. And I'm like, okay, one more game. Let's just see what happens. I'm honestly surprised at that too, Kevin Talk. I think it was more so maybe just thinking that if he got the hit, maybe he'd want to burn it there. Gold burst, my behated. Ooh. Yeah. This round should have been over there. I think that was just a burst. Oh my god. I watched this and I go, why do I ever Ice Spike versus May, man? It's like Jam. You know the Scooby-Doo meme of it's like Shaggy and Freddy looking at the caveman in the ice? That's me looking at this going like, but he's out there, but he's supposed to be in there. She's supposed to be in there, but she's out here and she's the sheriff and I'm in there. And this round is over. I'm not even at that point. I think like obviously if that's the final round, I'm about to lose the tournament. I have to burst there. There's no point. But yes, I agree. I think Firewheel YRC is much, much better. But also, 421S is very good against May. And it's because it hits that IED angle very well right above your head. Nice mash by me. I'm mashing. Look at me. We just both decide to summon. It's kind of cool. Don't usually get that against people where it's like, okay, you summon over there, I'll summon over here. Try to do a bubble, but it's still on cooldown. Okay, this wasn't where I thought it was, but this is a situation that I've had in my head for most of the year. Is this one right here. IAD over. KTP coming in. IYRC. I go for air throw. Jump P. I don't even remember this goes all 3 rounds. I don't think it does, actually. And I think that just killed all my momentum. It's important to, when looking back at sets, to look at points like that bother you and go like, well, that was actually game losing. Me blocking that jump P killed all momentum I had in neutral. It forced me into the situation into corner, and it made it set way I lost the game from there. So this one little situation right here, where if I had just gone for anything else, if I had done 421S, if I had just waited and done 2S, that stuff would have been so much better. Or if I had just run under her. There's a lot of ways to kind of get out of that situation, but unfortunately, I chose the answer that just lost there, and that's just kind of how it would be. But this situation has been living in my head rent-free for like most of the year, is this one right here. Because I specifically remember looking in a Discord I'm in and Kizzer going, Dane got punished for trying to do the right thing. And I kind of read that and I sat there and I went, damn, so that wasn't the right thing then. And I've had to think about that. So I knew nothing of this set except this moment right here. These are kind of moments you have to sit there and you just kind of have to sit there and go like, okay, this now has to like kind of define like how I think about progress. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really fucked up situation because most Mays here would probably just be doing like jump S or jump H, in which I throw there. But because KTP is showing the next option of jump P, not only covers me doing a rising button here, but also hits the fish, I'm like, well, I'm fucked. I'm fucked because now I just get brought down to the ground and I'm in this fucked up situation where I barely get I mean, I did a greedy thing thinking I'd be safe, but 3K always goes a bit further than I think it does, and then I lose my tournament run here. So But it's little things like that that like I think it's fun to look back upon and be like, all right, well, that was not the right option, but I tried. And that was another thing right there where it's like I tried to go for it again. I'm surprised that burst worked, but I guess I was that low. Where it's like this should have been another air throw, but I got hit. So it is hard. And yeah, I do agree. You do need to use those to your advantage. I will say though, my air throws have gotten a lot better since then, just from like playing and getting used to timings and whatnot. At Resho, I forget what soul I was playing. I was playing some soul, but I was able to like air throw some soul jump H's semi recently, and I went, damn, I'm nice. Because it's actually jump H has no recovery, but it also extends his hurt box a little further than you think occasionally, and you can scoop it, and it feels good. It's cool. All right. But back on track. That is my tournament life here at Slashback 2024. Just outside top 8. I walk off stage. I see some friends. They say, nice try. I say, thanks. And I'm not feeling too bad about this. I went further than I probably thought I could have. I'm like, okay. I'm at least better now than I was a year ago. I feel much better. Because last year at Slashback, if I look at Slashback 2023, I also didn't make it out of pools then. And I got 25th. Now this year I got 9th. And obviously it's hard to be like, oh, my number went up, so I'm better. That's not really how it works because tournaments are volatile. And even if you do better, you could also be not playing your best and things like that. But you know, sometimes it's nice to just be like, kind of just like look at the. You can sometimes look at the number and go like, damn, that number's smaller. Feel good. That's so stupid. Why would I describe it like that? Regardless, next up, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Cause next up we have Combo Breaker 2024. Where I'm just gonna talk over this one. This is a new player. I'm not worrying about this one. This is a new player. We were talking before the set, being like, "Yeah, I haven't really played in a while. I only played a little bit, but I still signed up." I'm like, "That's awesome. I'm very glad like you're enjoying the game and whatnot." But I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. This is just a round 1 match they put on stream. Like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. These things happen. I'm just gonna kill and we're gonna move on. But I'm still gonna watch it through. So I do know I do remember thinking after this game 1, I'm like, maybe I can IK this person. Maybe it'll be like a haha funny. And then I remember in game 2, they died too fast to where I couldn't get enough meter to kill them. And I went, oh, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna kill you then. I'm gonna save both of our time. But I feel bad saying that, but I mean, this is just legit a new player. Like I'm doing this just to cover my basis of this tournament year in review. And I remember feeling these feelings in the moment where it's like, oh, this is a new player. I'm not super worried. Yes, I am the true villain. Remember the ECT stream, my round 1. We'll get to that soon. Well, no, that's my last one before Resho, but I will need to take a break at one point to run to the bathroom, but for now we're good. Yeah, tries to do run up a zombie. Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes. I trying to remember the first time I was ever on stream. It wasn't so my first event I ever went to was a CEO Taku. I think it was 2017, where I went 0-2 against 2 May players, and I was like, damn, I suck. And then I went to Frosty's and I went like 3-2 or something in like 2018. And I remember having a really close set against Suman, aka L, in winners. And I was like, damn, this is closer than it should have been, but I almost had it. That's sick. And then my next losers match on stream was against No Slow, and I got perfected 3 times in a row. But we'll come back to that story in a minute. Yeah, that's all you can do is just kind of laugh and move on. Oh, I forgot I'll get the other matches up. 1 sec. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. Notable off-stream matches. This is kind of what I've been covering about, like, when kind of looking at it. I'll just do this for a moment. That was the new player I fought on stream. I don't remember this one, but they entered the score wrong because this is pools. Why is it 3-0? That's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, I love that shirt. It's very comfy. And I have the sweatshirt with it too. Then shout outs to, and I quote, Applebee's Foot Job, aka Octopimp, who always has the most cursed names you could ever imagine. It is one of the greatest tags ever, and I had to fight him. And Octo plays Potemkin, and Octo isn't really playing much Xrd anymore, but when I used to play Bedman, he and I did some long sets, and he gave me some advice on like how to play the matchup and whatnot. So that was really fun. But I had to play him in this, and I'm like, okay. I fought Autodidact a couple days before the bracket. I'm like, okay, I at least feel comfortable enough to like, I'm not going to cram for a matchup, and this is a big ass like bullet point I'm going to stick up mentally because we'll get back to that for ECT. Hey, you know what, Vev? That's just how it goes sometimes. I mean, this year was kind of the anomaly because I went to 6 different offline events. Next year, I'm not doing this because I'm planning some big travel instead. So this is why I'm like, I'm going to do this year because next year I might only be entering like 1 major. Because I'm still gonna go to Frosty and Combo Breaker, but I think I'm gonna spectator at Combo Breaker. But that's getting beside the point. Hope your stream was good, Vev. Hope your matches versus Zwei were fun. But yeah, so I fought Octo. I remember kind of having a couple close rounds. You were not having fun. How do I respond after seeing that sentence? No, that's how it be. OS Sloth for sure. But I remember winning this and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, okay, at least I'm not dying to Potemkin anymore. Or like, I will still die to Potemkin players, but it's more so on me to lose the set, and then it's up to them to outplay the shit out of me. And luckily, I didn't get outplayed that much. My ideas were working, and so it ended up being fine. And then I fight my good friend Dave O, who hates playing me and tried to gaslight me into saying I beat him at Slashback the year before. But we can check the tapes, by the way. This is actually, he tried to gaslight me and say I beat him. However, let the record show I got my ass beat. I mean, it was 2-1, but I remember that set he was having some stick issues. But good old Davo for being like, Dane, you beat me last time. I'm like, I didn't. I looked it up and I'm like, I didn't. What do you mean? But yeah, Soul versus Dizzy. So I've watched this several times before because the set was close. The set really just came down to who threw least in the final round. So I'm like, okay, I have ideas. Bubble not working. That's not good. But I can get a throw. Oh, I can get a throw. And by the way, Soul can DP this, and I can get a throw. And I can get a throw. And I can IAD YRC for some reason. And then I can not kill. But I can YRC and die. This is the most dizzy round. It was a very funny round. Every time I watched it, it's very funny. Because I'm just like, I can get a throw. And I can get a throw. It's why like I represent throw so often after P Fish K bubble, because everybody's so concerned about the high, low, and what options I can do. They don't think about the throw. Woo! Yeah, I got a burst. I don't got a choice. Oh, but the 5K, but the air throw. S Fish, my beloved. Jump D, counter hit, my beloved. Yeah, I tried to be cheeky, and I die. I don't die to this. I die to the reset. His playlist is kind of funny, but I like it. I'm kind of grooving with it. Also, hopefully all of audio levels are good. So I kind of messed around with filters again, but hopefully everything is sounding fine. I'm sure somebody would have mentioned it if it wasn't. But yeah, that was a strange situation to a throw. Yeah, thank you both. Into a cross up. Yeah, everything is just now starting to go bad, but amazing backdash by me. My backdashes are some of the best in the biz, is what I would say. 2p nothing was very funny, but I do know I lost this game. What am I gonna do from here? Okay, wire C, wire C. Oh yeah, I tried to air throw that, but I should have just 2S'd at that angle. But I blocked the 2D because that was burst super for sure. How do I die here? How do I die? I don't remember how I die this round, but spoilers, I do. That's how. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's fake as fuck unless it's off fire spear. Gonna kill. Let's see. Oh, fire pillar. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the 6H air was much better. But yeah, I lose. Then I get command grabbed, which is funny because Devo. By the way, spoilers for the rest of the set. Every time I fought Devo in casuals, I am backdashing like I am backdashing like nobody's business because I don't want to get wild thrown. And I'm like, okay. And Devo commits really hard to deal with my backdash a lot of times. So he said after this set that it was a psy-op to throw him off his game. So you can imagine how the rest of this goes. That's just a little spoiler for the end of this game. Woo! That confirm was sick. Into this one, this is a fuzzy. There's also a really funny comment the commentators say at one point. Kind of, I'm guessing the context is the other matches they commentated this block where it's like I like my Drifter Dane like I like my coffee bold, and it's at the strangest point because I don't even think I'm doing anything bold. I'm just like winning. I'm just like doing Oki or something, and it works. And I'm like, oh okay. It was very funny. Ooh, nice DP. Gets out of that pressure. Soul DP is very good for getting out of dizzy stuff. Just because 2-hitting DPs are very good for that. Does not get hit. Oh, I probably could have 6P'd that for do it the range. All right, Scramble City. I was trying to just like do a button in case he did something. I probably could have done run up throw there. Oop. Now we're in scrambles. We're scrambling. I don't know why I didn't jump D there. No questions. Nice OS. Rising jump P throw OS. Nice 6P from me. So last hit situation here for Devo. So it's kind of like I'm just trying to throw him off of like with something. He's got so low HP, anything will do it at this point. Even blocking at this point is getting worse and worse for him. But I get thrown into this strange situation right here, and he's doing a mad dash. He thinks he knows I want to backdash. That is what I would do in 99% of these situations right here. Thank you, Lacey. That means a lot. I really do. The fact that I can be awarded for my really bad ice spikes means the world to me. So I really do appreciate it. But anyways, to set the scene, I'm gonna go back for a moment. I'm gonna get hit in a weird way with jump H in just a moment, and Devo's gonna do a mad dash for Oki because it's just because of this angle that I get sent full screen So Davo has fought me so many times in casuals. He knows I backdash like nobody's business. I'm just doing that hitbox OS. I'm holding back and I'm pressing forward over and over again. I'm trying to get out of here. But in this reality, I mash. And I win the game. And he stares at me and he's like, why the fuck would you do that? The camera didn't catch it, but I did the 2P animation on stream. I just did that 2P in front of it. That's why he said this set was like me playing the long game, like a psyop versus him. The set was so fun. But now, final game, we're both trying to make it out of pools and winners. I think Dave, yeah, I'm definitely not the higher seed out of between the two of us, so. Yep, Grand Viper gets underneath that setup. I block the 2D. I can't block that. Turns out, can't block command grabs. Found that out for everybody. Now I block again. Now I'm spending meter because I'm nervous. Now I spin burst because I'm nervous. I'm air dashing around because I'm nervous, but it wins because he tries to gunflame at a far out point. But because I'm too high and I clip him just barely. But by the way, I don't have burst. That might become relevant here. You know, not having a burst against Soul usually isn't too bad, but it might become relevant here, is all I'm saying. Oh yeah, Avery, we are two of a kind then, because I am an anxiety elemental. What do you mean, Sofish? It's not like having burst here would have saved me. It's not like having no burst. See, I gotta have my burst back. It's fine. Having burst, like I won that round by giving up my burst on accident, but it lost me that second round. You know what, Lazy? I wrote that down in my notes, so that's definitely my feedback after the set, is the good burst. Now, oh. Woof! Spooky. Yeah, after that first combo, yeah. I agree. So, I don't know why I backdashed here. I never backdash after Bandit Revolver on block, but I did it, and I'm like, oh, because for some reason I'm like, oh, I didn't get the IB. I'm gonna do something in case he hits a button. Wait a minute. I backdashed and I hit a button. Yeah, Davo knows his stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to cheese to get something out. Okay, most of the meter off the table, only 25 left. Things are getting worse and worse. I tried to do Wake Up 2S thinking it was the Air Dash Oki, but it wasn't. That jump P whiffed. And that will barely do it. Is just me getting a nice ice arrow into... I think he was like, he had me take my headphones off and was like, yeah, that drop into Gunflame was also, but so I don't think I won this set because I was better than Davo. I think I just choked one less time than Davo. I think that's all there was to it. Yeah, right here, I should have been dead. So that situation right here is just me being luckier than Davo in this moment. I am carried, Lazy. I'm always carried. It feels great to be carried, actually. So, thank you. I know I'm so brave. It takes a real one to understand what it means to be carried, you know? Anyways, so yeah, so I definitely agreed. This was not me winning out of like aura or me just being a better player than Davo. It was just I fucked up one less time than him. And that's, you know, simply how it goes. So I took off my headphones and he told me, he was like, Dane, did you know you're like good at this game or something like that? He said something along the line, so I had to like fake being surprised. That was a fun set. I really enjoyed that set versus Davo. But that puts me out in winner's side top 20 or top 48. So a place that I'd been in once before. No, well, that wasn't when it was top 48. I think it was when it was like There was a combo breaker the last year where I also made it out in winners, but I didn't make it into top 24. So I forget what the difference was between this year and last year. That's not what I want. I want combo breaker. I guess I could just check this. Yeah, I closed the combo breaker one. Gosh darn it. One sec. Because where is, yeah. I forgot Crocs won combo breaker last year too. He's the GOAT. Top 64 was last year, and then this year was top 48. Okay, that makes much more sense. I couldn't remember. But yeah, so because I remember last year in 2023, I beat Byron thanks to the combined effort of every Leo I've ever played, including Why Have I Done This, leading up to that bracket, and I barely won. And then I made it out in winners with all the Leos standing there judging my play. And then this year I made it out in winners, and my reward was playing Demendo. Can you guess how this set went with the timer like this? It did not last long. Much like Solstice, I was out of my league. So Slayer is a matchup I still don't quite understand. I'm slowly getting more more ideas with it, but the ideas I did try to represent versus Demendo just did not work. And I'll explain some of them as we play too. That bubble was funny. Woo! Nice 2D. Woo! Yeah, that's 6H there. Oh, that jump P was so good. And I'm dead. Slayer's an awkward character. And Dizzy gets stunned easily, so it's a very awkward matchup in general. Ooh, bubble. We take those. Ice Arrow, I don't recommend doing in this matchup, by the way. I don't think it does what I want it to. And there's also a reason why in a moment. When we get there, I'll stop it. Oof. Ooh, nice jump P. I'm getting mixed. I'm getting bit. Oh, right here. So, Slayer loves to BDC. So I like doing this 2D into Ice Arrow Oki to be like, all right, which side? Choose a side to BDC. I'll wait. No, I won't. I'm going to try to cross you up and mess up your input. This works on so many Slayers. You know what it doesn't work against? Blitz. Demento is the only Slayer to ever blitz this, and I went, oh. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're so right, Demendo. My bad for trying to cheese out the GOAT. Actually, when I fought Demendo a while ago on his stream in a long set, which was really nice. Oh, where's my notebook? I'm gonna let this play for a moment while I got it. All right, I'm back. I hadn't brought it back to my desk yet, but there was a very funny quote I got from Demendo, as you all can watch my ass beat. He said something along the lines of, I try to cheese out with throws near the end of a round. Did I remember writing that down? I wrote it. He said something along those lines, and I laughed and I went, yeah, that makes sense, actually. But yeah, I am nowhere close to having the knowledge to be a threat to Demendo for sure. He's just too knowledgeable. He's too good. He's the vampire of Belmont. He got his belt back. The stream is still not on this outlook. Probably just got distracted by something. Yeah, you can see me laughing because I got counter hit by 6B. What can you do but laugh? Nice throw. Yep. I mash. I mess up my mash because I get 2S instead of far slash. I don't get the knockdown and I die. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'm like, okay, I got one more round left in me. Surely I got something here, right? And I'm like, okay, what do I do against Slayer? All right, let's try this. And I do get a throw. I don't know why I did that. That made no sense even in hindsight. Probably just nerves. Oof, that was scary. This matchup is so scary because if I just get big counter hit once, the low blitz, he's too good. He's too good. I love low blitz. It's, oh man, he's too good. Damindo is one of the best to ever do it here in the States. No contest. I love watching him play. Oh, that was a cool confirm. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything from it. And I'm like, okay. I'm in losers top. I thought I had to play another match, but I was just in losers top 24 because it's top 48. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't make top 24 last year, so I guess I made it here. And then I look at the bracket later in the day being like, huh, I wonder who I'm fighting. Stang. My reward for making it into top 24 losers this year is a fucking Dizzy mirror. So fun fact about this set, by the way. Lazy didn't get it. And Sofish was recording too, so that way we had we had this recorded no matter what. So I appreciate you both for doing that. This matchup we started this match sitting down and going, okay, they don't have my color, and I use color 1 when they don't have my color, and Stang always uses color 1. So we had to do an RPS for color, which is something I never thought I'd say in this game, but we had to do an RPS for color. I am subscribed. I am subscribed. Look here. What is this? What does this say? What does this say? Read it for the class, Lazy. What does this say? I'll zoom in a little more. What does this say? Subscribed. It says subscribed. I'm already subbed to you. I'm already tier 3 Patreon. What more do you want from me? I did it? Okay, you're right. My bad. Fine. Fine, you got me. Fine. I'm not hitting the bell. I'm not hitting the bell. Fine. Fine. I liked it now. Yeah, I liked it now. You happy? There's a thumbs up. There's a thumbs up now. Thumbs up. Here, I'll even comment best camera work. There, I commented now. There, are we happy? Are we good? Can I go back to saying how I lost the RPS color mirror? So I've never really fought Stang before this, but I've watched him a lot, and I'm like, okay, well, the stream's brought to you by Lazy. You're so right, Kevatog. You're so right. All right. What am I doing? Well, here we are, top 24 losers. Me versus Stang. I'm muting this. I've never fought Stang before, but I've watched Stang a fair amount. For what I can, this motherfucker needs more footage out there of him, so he can steal more. So this is me. This is me on this side. We're gonna lose track. I do not have the blue hair for this set. I have the brown hair. This color's pretty alright. But I don't I remember one specific thing from this set. And it was at the end of the set. So we'll see it, of course. This set was closer than it had any right to be, I think. Yeah, you can see the intense Dizzy neutral happening. There's a lot of shit being thrown on the screen. You also have to try to counter zone with it as well. Yep, now D-Fish. Ooh, that fish. I mean, I still got hit, but I can't leave that setup. Woo! I lost track of who was who for a moment, I'm gonna be real. Hey, Ray, thank you for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Hope your stream was good. Raiders, real quick. I'll actually go back a little bit. So, I have decided this year, I wanted to go over all of my tournament matches that got recorded this year. So here we are at Combo Breaker Top 24. You missed me just losing. No contest. There was no way I can even fluff it up. I lost so bad to Day Mendo, but that was in winners top 48. So here I am in losers top 24. My reward for getting here is fighting one of the best Dizzies in the country, Stang, in a Dizzy mirror. Something I've never fought him in before. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta just try my best. So to start out, I lost the RPS for Dizzy Color, so this is me for this set. And Stang is very, very good. I wish there was more footage of him I could steal, to be honest. But I think he's just on that real life grind right now. But I remember one specific thing at the end of it, but we're gonna have to see if if we get there for it. Uh-oh. So, I don't remember much of this set, but this matchup is I used to hate it. I've come around to it. There's a lot of stuff that is yes. Things like that where D-Fish can activate the other D-Fish when the first D-Fish gets activated. It's very bizarre. Yeah, I'm from Ohio. Are you here too, Boneless? Or Bacon, whatever of those you prefer? But yeah, you can see me. I am getting my ass beat in 4K. I messed up a blitz. I tried to mash. It didn't work. I died. I legit do not remember anything in this matchup. I just remember being like, I'm going to try my best, but I have to cheese out my own character. That's gonna be so hard against Stang. That's actually a good idea. I should do one. And then me just sometimes doing buttons into nothing, and then just waiting out the tech buttons. All right. There's so much of just something happening. Oh man, that was a good throw by me, especially after an ice spike. Trying to 2S or S fish just to try to catch the up back, but doesn't bite. Oh, yeah, we can't leave. You can't leave that setup. Oh, that's an option. I think you did that to me last time we fought, Ray, but I didn't actually take a note of it. That's really good to know. The dash far slash IID back. I like that. Oop. All right, that's me getting the hit. I lost track again. All right. Yeah. Oop. I do remember. Oh, I take it back. I remember two things in this set. Because there was a heartbreaker twice in the final round, or in the last game. I remember that. Yep. And because I'd been practicing this setup, and now I can go for. I mess up the fuzzy, but doesn't matter. I'm still able to take the first game somehow. And I'm sitting here going, how do I do this again? I beat Stang in the first one. I have to do it again. That's not good. Because Stang is Stang is such a smart player in how he sets things up. And yeah, like there is no domination of like one person getting too much of an advantage. It is just scrambles the whole way down. It is a mirror through and through. And the thing is, if one Dizzy gets set up into zoning for the before the other one is basically just forced to be like has to play the Toho, and you can't really set up from there. Oh, that was cool. I need to go back and rewatch the set with now that I've kind of had new eyes on Dizzy for a bit. I'm definitely gonna be able to steal some stuff from Stang. Oop. Yep, and that's dead anyways. Yeah, I know exactly. That's why it's like so interesting fighting you and Stang. Because it's like y'all know basically what I'm already trying to do, and so it's like what's stupid. You all have your game plans of like if this doesn't work, I'm going to try this option next. And I have like a couple of those, but usually it just evolves to me being like, what's the stupidest thing I can try to like get a success here? But yeah, I am just getting zoned out right now. I am getting no room to breathe, and that does knock down. I didn't realize that. And I went for a shimmy throw, and I got thrown anyways. And this game is basically over. Yeah. I wish I should probably just hit him up at one point and see if he wants to mash. Because I there's a lot of things like even watching this back, I'm seeing him do different things, and I'm like, oh, huh, I should consider that more. Because Stang is like so technical in what he does, and he has like so many different options for things. Like I was answering somebody in the Dizzy Discord earlier, just with one of the setups, and I went, "Oh, it's a setup I'd seen before, and I've asked him about, and people have like talked about it too." And I'm like, "Oh wait, I actually know what application I want to use for this now, so I'm gonna start trying to use it." ID jump H, my beloved. No RC, Dane. You could have just gotten the corner. Because I mess up the timings, but he messes up the timing, but I burst, and it's like, oh my god, this is so scramble, and I get the run up throw. What setup do you do into that, right? Because like that's the one like I'm thinking about with it, because it's like I'm now starting to be like, oh, if people are just jumping into corner for it, I could start trying to apply this. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And there's some other setups off of throw I'm starting, like I stole one off of Kazuki that I'm gonna start trying to implement again. So all right, so I've not really been talking about it, but there's a lot going on. I had the advantage, and now I'm getting knocked down. How do I even get out of this? Oh, the fuzzy, but he fucks it up. Oh, actually, I do need to do that version of the fuzzy. Oh, I missed my air throw. I missed my blitz. Some real gaming happening. Uh, there's something that happens here. It's soon. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of it, where it's like there's some other options. Okay. I'm going to point out the moment when rewatching the set that my heart broke. If I had just hit 2D right here, this game's over. 2D, Ice Spike, Fire Arrow, Dash 5H, all burst safe. Or actually, even if I had just done Ice Spike right here, Ice Spike RC just wins the game here. There's enough risk here to just kill. I can make it burst safe with that Dash 5H combo that I love doing, that I know I can hit, but I don't realize it in time. I'm too busy thinking about the situation afterwards. And I burst to try to get an advantage of something, and I accidentally IK, and it's just over. I'm like, well, I just burst. That's so bad. I have to try to make this comeback, win this final game. The I don't remember. That was before I had the IK macro too, so I don't remember what happened off of that one. Good Ice Spike punish for me into just the greedy reset. Ugh. I didn't realize I could get gold bursted here, and now I lose. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Ray, and something I should probably implement too. Oh, the 5K was just not spaced enough. I have 100-meter and burst, but I remember bursting here on block. Danger time, that's right. This set is so hard to watch, but it's probably not even going to be the hardest one to watch tonight. Stang is too good. Yeah, the burst on block was definitely not the problem there. It was me not spending any meter after it. I think that was more the issue. Interesting. Okay. So like delay, close slash, delay 5H, delay 2. Okay, that makes sense. I'm definitely bad about like doing options like that for sure. Oh, also Boneless. Sorry. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So that is the end of my run here for Combo Breaker 2024. So that means we are halfway through my tournament sets for 2024. So that means I've gotten 17th at 2 different majors, and I got 9th at a big regional. Pretty good for me. Next up is, after the next one, I might have to go get some water. Parched. Next one up, we are going to have, I believe it is Roundhouse. Yes. We have Roundhouse, we have ECT, and then we have Reshomania. But Roundhouse was a weird bracket for multiple reasons. One, oh, that's so weird how this is set up, because this definitely happened before that one. Anyways, so I beat my round 1. I go to fight Ama. I'm about to lose game 1, and his controller just disconnects and stops working because his cable was going bad. So we don't actually get to play, and he's like, I'm just not even going to put in the energy for this. This is too much. Just take the game. I'm just going to DQ. I said, well, that blows. So we'll get to that, White Beast. We'll get to that. I gotta end this on a high note. Come on. Don't spoil. But yeah, so Ama did find out it was just a cable connection, but it felt really bad because I showed him my controller and he got it, and it was like, it's this Mavercade one that I'm using. And that one just was having, the cable he was using was just having issues. So it wasn't the board itself, it was just the cable. Then I go on, I lose to ARM, which is absolutely expected. That was not on stream. Or not, we didn't have a stream till top 8. But that I lost a little better than I did the last time I fought ARM, which was fine. And then I fight Elvin, and I'm really sad this one did not get recorded. I am so bummed because I want to go back and watch this, because this is the first time I've ever beat Elvin in tournaments. And it came down to the wire, but what I ended up doing was, one thing that I've struggled with Faust is that I oftentimes find myself wanting to go in against this character, despite the fact that we're both trying to do the same thing and make the other person come to us. So what I've been starting to do is I go, you know what? Why don't you come to me? And I focus on hyper zoning with Bubble and other things, because Bubble can hit Faust in a lot of funky ways if he's not careful about it. Fire Bubble especially can hit like a downward angle one that's popped just right, can whiff punish a 2, or not whiff punish, but it can hit the recovery frames of things like 2H and whatnot, forcing Faust to do other things to get around it. And I lost the first game, and I crawled my way back, and I ended up winning the last one. It was a bit of a scramble at the end, but the strategy I was doing was working. And I remember winning and thinking, man, that's the first time I've ever beat Elvin. And that felt really good. I might not do it again, but it showed that the ideas that I'm doing with Dizzy this year are starting to come into something that I really enjoyed. And that, more than anything, felt really fucking good. This is probably like, this is a weird thing, but this is the set, like, I White Beast, I believe in you. There is an image I pinned to myself that you told me. Let me see if I can pull it up on stream here. And I just copy and paste. Where are you? And I do... Nope, that is not what I want, actually. It's not what I want to do. Let me do something real quick, White Beast. I'm going to give you a taste of your own advice real quick. Hold on just a moment. As we get into this, because you're here, and so this is relevant. So... this is advice you gave me earlier this year. This. So, White Beast, mother, look at this advice you gave to me. Thanks an anime game. Okay, wait a minute. Look at the words. There's words on the image, Lazy. You can use. Stop being a redacted and kill in Minecraft those who stand in your way. Man, I was trying to do an inspirational thing. Lazy out here, just being a hater. Keep doing it, Lazy. You're the best to ever do it. Anyways, what was I saying? Roundhouse. Right. I felt really good about, even if it was a scramble, even if it might not happen again, I felt like something was finally working with how my Dizzy was working at Roundhouse. And so I made top 8 loser side over Elvin. So my reward for that, I forgot that was the thumbnail. Lazy, if you haven't watched Gurren Lagann, we're going to have words. Shout out to the GOAT, Alma. Shout out to Noah. That's Oxy. Why did I clip it here? So me versus Adventure here in loser side top 8. Answer is a character I fought quite a lot, but there was something with like how I was playing on defense in this most of the set. I was not. I rewatched the set back and I'm like, I should have lost. I should have lost this whole set. If Ed kept playing like he did in game 1, I should have just lost. Because the way I was playing defense was just FDing. I wasn't really doing anything beyond that. If I had kept running forward, that would have whiffed. But why did I do that? Well, you know, sometimes you get a burst anyways. But Ed's movement in this first game was really, really good with how he was moving around. His pressure was very solid. The ice spike or the card wire C's were working out really well. And I'll tell you why I won the set after this first game. But I remember watching this back and I was like, man, I did not play this game one well at all. Ed was doing much better than me, but the moment I got put, like, I think the neutral was fine overall, what I was like representing out and whatnot. But on defense, it was very, very bad. I spin my burst here and then I win the round. I think that burst is okay, but I don't really like doing those kind of bursts anymore. But it be what it be. I think it was a good burst because I won, but it's just getting into this. I guess that's fair. 0 life, 0 meter versus Dizzy. And that's an option I wasn't thinking about with it. Nice 2S from me. How do I lose this game 1, actually? I know it's because... stuff like that. And then I get knocked down, and then I don't defend well. That was... I'm in such a good position here. Never mind. That was supposed to be Firewheel Wire C to hit Ed, and it just didn't come out. Yeah. Resho to deal with the tech buttons was really funny. Oh yeah, I lose because of that. I ran out of meter. I hold my burst that time at least. But I just remember the way I was doing defense and whatnot in this first game was like really not... I didn't really feel like it was my usual self who was defending against Answer, because I was like mashing in a lot of places I usually don't. Just doing a lot of like things that like I know aren't the best. Like that was pretty fine. I knew that interaction there was fine, but it'd be like that. You know what? So Fish, you're probably right. My hands are known to be scrambly in bad situations. And now I'm here. I have no meter against Answer with 75 meter and a burst. This is Ed's set to lose, and unfortunately, does not happen. Or game to lose. So I take a moment, I think about it, I'm like, I can play better than this. I know I can. And what happens from here is that I end up just solidifying what I'm doing a little bit more. I take a moment, I take a second to breathe. I'm a big person of you should always take a moment in between games. Take a moment. Go back to character select. If you lost, just have a couple extra seconds to think. But what happens during the rest of the set is Ed stops setting up and he starts just trying to rush me down past a certain point. And it was a very weird that forest was really sad. I finally start backdashing. I'm doing the things I know work against on defense versus answer. It's like I come back alive. And then at one point, it's either near the end of this game or in the next one where Ed just stops setting up. Oh, what an amazing IB into throw by me. Ed is tired of my bullshit, but like I understand, but and I even told him because we after top 8 we all got food before I got on the road. The moment he stopped setting up in neutral and started to just rush me down with nothing, that's more in my wheelhouse than him setting up. I'm more worried about when he's on scrolls because that is a character made to do scrolls because I can't contest when he's on the scrolls himself. Like I can stop him from getting there and I can hit him if he stays there too long, but the air dashing around, I can't mess with it. Like most characters can't. It's good. Like it's in situations like that where it's like that's what you have to do with the character. But oh, I fucked up that confirm. That was cowardly of me. How did that 2D hit? Nice YRC. But yeah, like he's not doing it here yet, but I just remember there was a point where I was playing and I was like, oh, he's not setting up scrolls anymore. I win. And then I won, and I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know how that fire pillar hit. What was that doing there? Was he doing Resho? Yes, he got Resho somehow. I don't know why he did that. Oh. I was like, wait a minute, he was out of the range. Why did he go in? Oh, yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense, Lazy. But I am a Dizzy who will fire pillar more so because I'm used to everybody trying to stop the 2D summon. Against characters I can actually easy stop with the fire pillar. To person stuck in corner. You know, Lazy, it was spaced. It was spaced out. I don't know. I'm carried, you know? These are the words of a carried person. The most carried, maybe not the most carried, but one of the most carried players in NA, you know? Tier list goes Vev, me. I'm joking, Vev. Don't clip that. It goes me, then Vev. That's how it should go. Anyways, yeah, like I even zoned out for a moment, but it's like the way that the neutral is going in this one is like he is still setting up sometimes, but it is just the way I'm setting up the zoning is I guess being frustrating enough in a way to where it's like that was a questionable burst or blitz for sure, but it worked. Yeah, just the way I'm like setting stuff up at this point, it's like I stop caring about the shit he's throwing out less and less as the set goes on. And then past a certain point, oh, I think what I remember too is that it's when he's doing the air combos too. I think that's more so what I remember going for because he was talking about how after an air confirm he felt like he had to chase me down. And I said, no, I think you should have kept summoning. I think that's what the conversation I had with Ed was, actually. Because he would get like an air confirm, but I'm lightweight, so I'm not getting knocked down usually. Unless it's a specific confirm. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, weird burst by me. It's a complete accident. But I'm like, okay. Yeah, like he's like chasing me around with card and like he's still chasing with the scroll, but now he has no scrolls and he's just running at me. And I have almost full meter. I wanted to IK, but you know, I could have done it off of that Ice Spike YRC, but you know, that's how it be. That shirt is so cool. I love that shirt. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I think it's like, as much as you want to chase down Dizzy, it's better to just set up something, because I'm high in the air and it's going to be, I can't really do much. I still have to land to do stuff. Well, if you set up with answer, it's like, okay, you can at least like have options for when I'm falling. Mostly. That's kind of my thought on it. But I'm just kind of doing my best. Anyways, next match in losers top 8, I fight Hotashi and this is a wash. I get bopped. Hotashi still just so good at what he does. I am just, look, I'm trying, Selfish. That was not the bubble I wanted. That was just an IID jump or jump P. The way Hotashi uses sniper and shotgun is just so good. It's so smothering. That's just Hotashi. I thought I would block the 6P with it too. And he's like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this. The thing about Hotashi is that he's so good because he has all of these options in the tank that you just don't think about. And then when you don't think about them and you don't have to worry about, oh, that should have been a 6P. Or could have been, not should have. Then it's like these options are so good. It's why you see Hotashi doing stuff like that where it's like, oh, hey, 2H, Y, or C, dash throw. I got a gold burst, but is it going to matter? I think my movement against Elfode is, it's really hard, I think, to move against this character. But I think one thing that I'm going into the new year trying to think about more for next year, and this match really shows it, I don't like how I'm currently moving around. I think it's too linear. And the way that like Elfo can, like Hochashi's just chasing me with shotgun S the whole time is just like a perfect example of that. Where it's like, ooh, that was a weird situation. Too greedy for the bubble. Yeah, snipe. Nice burst. It's so hard for me to tell people how much of a nightmare Elfelt is when people don't get to fight Hotashi a lot. Mess up my tick throw, go into the corner, try to air throw, get hit by a meaty mid. So yes, that is another thing on the list of stuff to work on, is that I'm too used to just doing 6P 4S. So Turnabout Otashi is serious. Oh my god, the bubble. Turnabout Otashi is so good. But yes, after 6P, I need to start doing like far slash and 5H more. So, because I actually saw you and Brendan talking about that recently, and I was thinking about it, just playing something, and I was like, oh, I need to do that more because 4S doesn't always hit the way I need it to. So it's definitely a weak point that I have for sure. Ah! Sniped. 6H. That was kind of cooking. What am I cooking? I don't know, but I tried to IAD thinking Hotashi would move, and then the anti-air blitz was too perfect. And that's also, I agree, lazy. Hotashi is just too good when you fight him in tournament. The way he plays is just completely different. It's insane. He's just goated. I don't know what to say. He's just really fucking good. So, that ends my roundhouse. I come in 5th place. Pretty good for me. Pretty happy with that result. Losing to Arm and driving to Chicago and losing to Arm and Hotashi is like, you know, the classic. I've lost to Elvin and Arm so many times that that's just how it be. So we come to my last tournament of the year and the two matches that I have not watched at all since I played them. ECT 2024. I said earlier in this stream that I think cramming for a matchup is really hard, and I really don't like when I do that because I'm of the mind that if you cram for anything, it doesn't really matter because you don't have all of the reactions you need to do it anyways. You will always fall back into your old habits, even if you try to mash so much with a character like several days before. It's just not going to work out for most people. And unfortunately, I try to fight against my own knowledge of this and try to cram in as many sets as I can to beat Pazoo in pools so that way I can make it out in winners. To try to make top 8. I fight Takahanase, I fight Black Snake, I fight Cole a lot coming up before ECT 2024. I try my best to find something that I can work to make it happen, try to get the repetition in. I think I have an okay idea in my head. And it doesn't work. And that's fine. That I knew going into this that it would probably happen this way, but I was really trying to ignore that myself with that. And how every other tournament, I've always thought, let's see how far I can go. This one, I was desperately trying to make top 8, and it shows. But before we get into the serious sets, I have a really funny one to watch. I fight a really new player, Roland Furioso, and we're talking after the set, and he's like, this is like the first time I'd been on stream for anything. I'm not really, like, I'm pretty new to all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the thing, Lazy, is like I didn't know the matchup, so I felt like I needed to cram. So that's why it's like I think the cramming doesn't work is for exactly that reason. But we'll get to that in a minute. So fighting new Soul player. There's some funny stuff that happens this set. Or one funny thing at least. So fun fact, the second time I was ever on stream at a major was Frosty Faustings 2018, and I fought No Slow. And I didn't know how to fight Eno, and I got triple perfected. It was very funny. And I'm pretty sure I triple perfect Roland. Because there's something that happens. It's in this game for sure. Where it's like, okay, bad things are happening to Roland. That's a burst. Kind of gets around. It gets a throw. I'm just gonna set up something. That's a Dragon Install. That's a Grand Viper. And I'm like, oh, I have 50 meter. I know how to punish this. I know how to punish that. This kills. And I'm just grooving. I'm chilling with my music. I don't remember what I'm listening to, but I'm grooving. Oh, he is? That's crazy. I flew to Connecticut to kill a Chicago person. That's funny. Don't BG's me. It was optimal. I don't think he actually plays Shagun. Don't BG's me. I'm right. Why are you BG'sing me? It killed. Don't BG's me for being optimal. Did it or did it not kill? Answer the question. Well, if he's Chicago and he plays Xrd, well, there's a perfect crew to match with. Especially ones that'll help him. Okay, that's where the perfects end. But not where the wake up throws end. Yeah, so that goes. We walk off stage. We have a nice chat. That's just how it be. Shows promise. I agree. All right. All right, let's rip this band-aid off. I have not watched my set versus Perzu, nor my set versus Cole. I've not watched either of these sets. These are the sets that I knew would be the hardest to watch. Cause I have what I thought was an idea, and even some of the stuff that worked versus every other Venom just didn't work versus Pazu. So that is just how it be. See, so Fish, it is hard, but I still think there's like ways to do it. But that's mainly just because I played Bedman for 5 years, and that matchup was actually impossible. That matchup is so hard as Bedman versus Venom. How did I shoot over? I don't understand. But I definitely went in this whole tournament I was playing like really jittery and like really nervous in ways that like I have to just accept the nerves. Like that's just how it goes sometimes, is that you can't not be nervous if you're a nervous person. You just have to accept your nerves and move on. But I remember fighting Pazu, and I remember specifically like losing, I think, this first game, and I think I just went, oh, I can't actually win this, can I? It's a hard matchup, and I don't know enough of it yet. Oh, there's Rudy clapping for me. Rudy, don't clap for me. Don't watch Rudy. Yeah, Pazu's really got a really good Venom. Yeah, run up throw, but the mash 2D was really good. No escape. I know. Oh, I probably could have done that new confirm I'm learning off of there. Oh well. So Fire Bubble is something that can be really good versus Venom because it can like neutralize several of the balls. Yeah, that mash. Knew I was going to represent that throw. Don't validate psychopaths. Well, if I lose to psychopaths, what am I supposed to do, Lazy? Got lost looking at Soul for the character select. All right. That was a good fire bubble. That was really high too. All right. I have Venom in the corner. I have to just run it. I don't know. I need to look at this situation actually, because I actually don't know. This might just be a free getaway. Quote unquote free. Using burst. I knew that I knew the ball went away there, which is why I tried to like get away so that way I didn't get thrown. I should have just mashed. Well, no, I think mashing there is also bad, but I should have just FD'd with jump. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think I did dash up 2k, so I don't think I could jump out at that point. If I did nothing, I probably could have at that range. Why have I done this? So that makes sense. So I take a game off of Pazu, and I'm like, okay, maybe all isn't lost. Maybe I can still cringe my way to victory. Never mind. So This interaction right here is something I'd been testing against every Venom this week. I know 2S recovers fast. And so I've been testing against Cole a lot this day, which, by the way, I've been fighting Cole a lot this week, and we'll come back to that in just a minute after the set for reasons. This ID back over the 2S, I thought this could beat 6P with the timing, because every other person who tried to 6P here failed, and I went, oh, perfect, I have the idea. I no longer had the idea. This had been working all weekend, it suddenly didn't, and this is where it hit in where, oh, I lose. Getting hit there was like so bad. Oh, that 2D would have also whiffed. That's funny. Ugh. Yeah, it feels like a necessary evil sometimes to wake up 2D. I respect it. Yeah, I did I did the dizzy, and I lose. Don't kick my dead body. That clipped. That's really important for me. Once again, going right over the 6P in ways that shouldn't be possible. That was not bubble. Hands. Yeah, nice pickup. Why do I do that? He didn't have blitz. Oh, nice air throw too, yeah. At this point, I'm so far behind. Like, yeah. I can't deal with the Stinger YRC. And so I go to losers. I beat Mail Run on NY Bikin to make it out. I felt I was beating Mail Run in casuals earlier that day, but I still felt so nervous playing that set. It felt like I was not the one at the wheel. So I beat Mailrun. Obfox was funny. I had beaten him before I fought Pazoo. And this set was funny if only because as we were sitting down to play, Treble was there because Obfox is Treble's #1 fan, and Treble's #1 fan at the NorCal server. And so Treble said something along the lines of, Dane, I swear if you get hit by a command grab, or Obfox, I swear if you don't command grab Dane. And then I never got hit by a command grab. Was very, very funny. Oh my god, adapt. What the fuck? How dare you? That screenshot, that's funny. Adapt just sent me this. This right here. The evil grin. So, you know how I said, hey, I've been fighting Cole all week to prepare for Pazoo? You know who I ended up fighting in top 16 losers? This is a non-trick question. What does this name up here say? Oh, where is it? What does this name up here say? Anybody in the class want to read it? I'll tell you, it's Cole. The guy I have been playing with all week is who I fight. That's Yuki. The guy I've been fighting with all week to prepare for Pazoo was who kills me in losers. I have not watched this set at all. I do not know how this one. This is another one where I remember taking a game and I don't think I should have. So Because Cole knew all my patterns, all my habits. By this point, we played a lot that day. We fought a lot this week. It was going to be a shit show unless I somehow pulled it back. Nice confirm by me. Yeah, I IB'd, but I didn't FD, and then he baits the burst, which he'd done several times. I just didn't expect him to do it again. And then I just don't get to land. Oh, these sets are hard to watch, but this is why you have to watch them. You got to watch the good with the bad. And every time. Oh no, if my movement was a bit better, I could have gotten a really good punish off of that. Nice burst. My movement feels... It's just hard to move in this matchup. But I feel like the more I watch my movement from this year, the more I'm just really not liking how I move around. I feel like it's just... Like, I'm even doing things more than I used to. Things like dash jumping and whatnot. Ooh, that was good. But it's like, I feel like it's always just so linear. Oh, I'm surprised that 4S anti-aired. Yeah, I don't know why I went for those, but I think that I think at the end of the stream I'm gonna write down goals for next year after watched all this, and I think I'm gonna... I won't reference that in particular, but there's stuff I want to write down with it. Because one of the hard things about Dizzy is that there's just so many setups, and I have to make sure to represent them. Or I want to more so. I don't know how that air dash worked. Up throw, mess up the confirm. Get thrown and go to windscreen. Ah. No, I blitzed the wrong thing. That sucks. I had to IB blitz. I had the right idea. How did I win that game? That's so stupid. So stupid. White Beast, I know. You know how I said on X, the Everything app? God, I gagged when I said that. You know how I said on Twitter how people at Rest Show were telling me that my Dizzy had gotten a lot better and that I'm cracked? I watch situations like this and I go, I don't know. That's good. That was good movement. That was a good option to represent if Cole was getting greedy. I just couldn't... Cole just defended well. Could not get any more. Nice 2S by me. Like, there are things that I'm doing well. It's just Cole is just cracked. Cole and Pazoo are just much more consistent than me. Sometimes that's all it is. I talked about how the Devo set was just me messing up one less time than Devo. This was the opposite, it felt like. These two sets were the opposite, where it's like, I felt like I just never could mess up. The only way I would win is if I got lucky, and I didn't. So, because Cole and Pazoo are just so consistent. Like, and even then, they're like messing up, but like all it takes is one less time than your opponent. So, like me air dashing in, trying to see it, like if I could catch Cole being greedy, and I was just wrong. That's just RPS. But it's just like, that's just how it goes. Yep. That 2P was dangerous, but yeah, I get thrown. Bro. I have to play around bro so much. Okay, it's gone. Kind of a waste of meter then, since I mean, it wasn't a waste of meter because it basically slowed down my pacing, but also it kind of led to this situation. Yeah. I am running out of I'm basically out of ideas at this point. And I'm like, I think at this point I'm like just mentally out. I definitely don't feel like I can win from here. But I mean I still got one more life. I gotta try. That like it would be stupid just to be like, well, I lost a game, it's time to give up. And it's like I still gotta try. It's just Cole is just playing so well this set. I just have to find any opening. And also I couldn't get my double air dash pressure off of that setup there. I remember just having to give up on that. Which is another skill in and of itself to be like, I keep messing up this thing. I need to stop doing it this set. Why can't I backdash close slash? Why is it 3 hits? Venom's fucked up. Good escape by me. Nice air throw. But yeah. I tried to wake up Blitz. It's definitely one of those ones where, especially depending on the matchup, you definitely do have to like. It takes a lot more hits for Venom to kill you in most instances because for the most part, he's not a high damage character. Like that's kind of how he is. He's consistent, safe, pressure a lot of the time. But once you getting in sometimes is very, very difficult. I was hoping that bubble would pop, but it didn't. That's not going to knock down. Dude, please tell me you get the knockdown. That works. This pressure that I'm doing is okay, but it's not what I like doing. It's not what I could be doing, but nerves at this point, trying to stay alive, trying to win, trying to still be like, maybe I can make top 8, and the Dark Angel comes out and it's over. Yep. So that's what Kizzer meant when he said, damn, the really sad Dane look. Just how the cookie crumbles. Stuff to look back on. So my ECT, I ended in 13th place. I think out of any tournament this year, this is probably the one I'm saddest about. Mainly just because I felt like the games I lost were different. It felt like, how do I want to phrase this? The games versus Pazoo and Cole feel like a different category from Fu and Daemendo, where it's like there's enough of a pull on the line so that way it feels like I could do something, but not enough to where I felt like it was enough to make me feel like I could win, but it quickly got snatched. So I think that's why this one was like the hardest loss. But that's how it goes. And maybe by this time next year, the Street Fighter 6 3v3 will be done. So I find it so funny that this is still in I love when a tournament is just like done many months ago and there's just one bracket still running. I love that. It's so funny. Because this they already passed out awards for this and all. Or 48 teams in the Beast Cup. It's done. Why does it say in progress? That's even funnier. Anyhow. Purgatory bracket. So now we come to my final competitive set of the year. WrestleMania 2024, in which I said up here, I beat Senior Children and we'll circle back to this. Had the Flip messages me in a group chat with Senior Children one day and says, hey, Senior Children wants revenge. And I was like, I was cool with it, But I legitimately had to sit there and go, when the fuck did I beat Senior Children? I legit did not know until I went and looked it up and I went, oh, Slashback. Okay. I see. Interesting. Yeah, sure, let's run it back. So I went and Thanos, I don't even, yeah, very much that. Very much that, Kevin Talk. I legit had no idea when I killed him. And I went, sure, let's run it. I did a lot of prep with Rudy for this. Shout out to Rudy, my goat. I took a lot of notes. The ideas that I've been thinking about going up to it were really good. I was referencing old stuff from Stang and RTW that was finally clicking for me about the matchup. And I don't play this matchup perfectly. Absolutely not. I still mess up a lot, but it's another one of those where it is up to Senior Children to never mess up versus me. Yep, fake news. What do you mean, adapt? But it felt good going into this match, just knowing that my another thing of just knowing that what I'm doing is working. And this set is kind of a wash. I don't play perfectly, but it is enough to win and to not even drop a game. So, because Senior Children just kind of dies to zoning. Like, he gets a throw here. I do get opened up a couple of times that I probably shouldn't have, but you know, they don't really lead to that much. That doesn't even combo. This is a set where I do feel like my meter management was not under control because I just wanted to win. But I was actually not sure how much Senior Children had improved since Slashback. And I remember watching one of his sets in casuals against somebody, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I can win." As bad as it is, but I'm like, okay. Sometimes it's just like you have to watch something and then start to play it and go like, I think after this whole game one, I'm like, okay, I can let the nerves flow through, and then I feel pretty good. That was funny though. Tried to IB to Tommy on Wake Up, got hit. I delay tech, thank you, Rudy. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, this is definitely up to the Baiken to just outplay. By the way, the commentary didn't say anything about this, but I felt really good about this blitz. Falling blitz, land, throw. That was a good ass blitz. That was a good ass blitz. I remember seeing Landline out of the corner of my eye when I got that throw, tilting his head like, what the fuck did Dane just do? You're trying to figure out if he ever dashes normally or jumps forward normally? I don't think so. Take a moment, get some water. Water break, always good. But yeah, like Senior Children is always just like trying to get in without like any patience, if that makes sense. Like Senior Children is always has the foot on the pedal and is like, there is only one option and that's go right now. Whereas when I fight Rudy still has to get in, but it's like, yeah, like it's just like, by the way, Sofished, and I'm sometimes going to go back a little bit on this and stuff you should like think about when fighting Baiken. If you fight a Baiken that loves to, because since Baiken's main option is Mawari Komi from Azami, especially mid screen and even in the corner, what I'll do is I'll do P-Fish, I'll do a bubble, then they do Mawari Komi, I hit them, bubble pops, and then it's like money time. So just stuff like that is really good. I think the main thing about doing Oki on Baiken anymore is that I'm just like trying to not commit. Oh, that 2D, but whatever. Yes. Yeah, it's like every time Senior Children goes in, it's always like IAD Azami. And just always choosing something. It's like I have to RPS. I have to do this. But the way I'm playing, I'm just leaving. Like you see, like I IB, I wait a moment, and then I'm not even IADing out. I'm dash super jumping out. I IB this, I'm gone. I am literally, you can do that all you want. I'm already halfway across the screen. So you have to just like leave. But Senior Children is just always trying to get in. So there's like really no reason for me not to just like, yeah. Tatami in. I always just set something up. I could set up a bubble free right now. Because usually the things I have to keep track of, like going into this, some of the biggest notes I was taking versus Baiken is that, okay, the main things I have to keep track of are things like ID Jump S. And that's something Senior Children just never does. If I'm doing bubble, let me find a good example with the bubble or something like that. Like this. If instead of doing like IAD Tatami here, or that wasn't even IAD, it was like super jump IAD Tatami. I don't know. Senior Children was up here and then Adesh Tatami. If Senior Children was willing to play more grounded, wait, and then do things like IAD Jump S to hit me setting up, then I would have to actually change what I'm doing. But he didn't. So it's a lot of just like RPSing in ways that it's, if the Dizzy fucks up, you can kill her, but what if the Dizzy just doesn't fuck up? I actually wanted to get more games with them this weekend too, but I never got the chance to. You know, offline classic. And then I just fudged my Oki entirely. I'm like, whatever. I don't even think I burst the rest of this set. Never mind. I forgot I got hit there. I take it all back. See, I'm a big liar. I don't remember. I did want to try to IK him at one point, but I just gave up. I was like, I'm just gonna. I remember at a certain point, oh yeah, I messed that up. But at a certain point, I wanted to IK, but I didn't have the meter because he was dying too fast. And I went, well, what can you do? Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, Lazy. I love your comments, bro. Did Tech Yozansen? Where are you bursting, little bro? This comment is crazy. I love this. Where are you bursting, little bro? That's insane. Yeah, like even spots like that. Like this is the interesting thing too with Senior Children and how he's doing it. Like he'll burst. Like he gets hit here. He does air dash Azami, tries to do the option even though the bubble is on him, because I think he doesn't understand that this bubble is delayed. If this was P bubble, this option would have worked. Maybe I could have gotten hit. But because it's delayed, I just counter hit whatever he's doing out of Azami there. Because Air Azami has no invul options, they're all just fast. And at this point, I just start putting on the gas myself. Like he gets out, but like I jump. Don't remember that super. Oh, that's why I got wire seed. That was a sick confirm. Nope. Arizami has no invul follow up. And that's also what Rudy and Aetherbeat were saying on commentary during the set. They had good commentary. I just remember this final round here, they were saying something, and then Senior Children died, and they forgot to finish their point. It was really funny. Yeah, unless you do some shit to like call me out for super jumping, I am literally just going to leave versus Baiken. Rudy is very good at just knowing the positions and willing to chase me and air throw me. But Senior Children did not have those instincts. So, like, the things that you would do, which is like up Kabari and whatnot, I was just completely ignoring. And that'll do it. Then I stand up victorious, do the fist bump. I yell to the crowd. I get the burn the spectacle sign that Kevitog made. Shout out to Kevitog. Burn the spectacle, show it off, raise my hands in the air. That is the end of my competitive run here for Xrd in 2024. A lot of losing, as every tournament will go. But I did do a couple things nice this year. I did end up winning a oh shit. I just saw the name for it earlier. The tournament that Joey and Avery run. God damn it was just in my head because I pulled it up before stream and I'm like, I'll get to that later. And I never did competitor. It was a Dust Bowl. I won a Dust Bowl this year. That's something I haven't done before. I got second in one and I won another one. So yeah, Dust Bowl. That's something that I haven't done before. So I won a tournament. I did pretty well in a lot of the Sunday brackets that I entered. I got some top 8s in Rev Tuesday as well. So I did pretty good for myself this year. Like, it was surprising. I think it was like, I don't know if I made it in this one. I know one of these ones I made like top 8 or something. I came in 5th. Yeah, I came in 5th in this one. I came in 4th in this. Oh, I had to fight Solstice in the 3rd place match. Imagine. But yeah, like, I did pretty alright for myself this year. So it's like, I can tell that where I started the year off compared to where I'm finishing it, despite the fact that I've been in the JRPG retirement home for a bit. I've left. I've stepped out. I'm here. I'm mashing again. But this next year is going to be different for me. So I did 6 offline events this year for Xrd. Next year, I am doing Frosty for sure. I'm entered for Frosty. I think I'm going to do Spectator for Combo Breaker, and I'm only doing that because we're currently planning a trip in which we get back like the Monday before Combo Breaker, and I'm going to be jet lagged for reasons. So I'm not entering Combo Breaker. So I'm definitely just spectator moding that. So for me, I have that. When my Pathfinder game that I DM every Tuesday, you know what, Lazy? I could do that. Does that mean I have to make a commentary reel? Fuck. So I don't have. Oh god. Hell yeah. Learn. Combo Breaker's a fun time. God, I gotta make a commentary reel. What are you doing to me? Just let me be your little guy. Just Oh, I appreciate that, Sophie. And Wyvanendus, I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your selfish. Those really do mean a lot to me. So, but then the question becomes: so since I'm only really doing Frosty, I don't know if I'm doing ECT, and I know I'm definitely gonna go to Resho again for casuals next year. So since a lot of my time off is going into this big trip, and then I have to kind of consider like small events that I'm going to here and there, probably go to Chicago. No, I'm definitely doing Chicago a couple times. The question becomes, a bit of words Dana said correctly on the mic, 17 seconds. That's insane and so true, White Beast. I'm upset. But the question becomes like, what goals am I going to set for the new year? In terms of Xrd. And this is like really like what I've been trying to think about, and things like that I know I want to do to try to help out myself and other people and things like that. Uh, the laugh mix is definitely 2 hours. You're so right. Um, but it's question. I'm trying to think of it as good as good as important as it is to have smaller goals that I know I can achieve. I want to try and also have some goals that are more intangible. So I think the idea for me, tangible and intangible. And what I mean with those are things, intangible ones are definitely the ones of where it's like, I want to write down all the, I want to write down most, if not all, Oki setups that I know so I can reference them easily. This is something tangible that I can write down and have a reference point to forever. I can write it down in my notebook and it's always going to be in this notebook. That's also another thing I'm going to try to do that's tangible is focus on writing down physical notes over digital. Because for me, that's how I learn. I've taken a lot of notes this year that are digital that are like sprawled out all over the fucking place. Like, I was trying to use this note taking app called Obsidian for a while. So I have a bunch of notes in here. Like, I have some Leo notes, I have some Faust notes, I have some Milia notes, I have some images that I've been taking, RAM notes, this and that. But it's like there's a lot of other stuff that I just don't have all of this in my notebook. So it's hard for me to think about it and go, okay, this is what I spelled intangible wrong. It's hard for me to like physically have it in my hands if I don't write it down, because that's just always what's worked best for me. So going into next year, these two are like two good tangible things that I can write down to kind of go into the new year. And I know I have some other things where I want to work on uh Oki write ups for characters that can RPS options versus Dizzy Oki. Things like Jam and Biken. I did a huge one on Answer with the counter, because the question that I hate having is I have a question and people have vague comments on it, but there's nothing specific from there. And I hate that, and that's what I've started learning and doing. It's why I did the Answer Parry doc. It's why I've spent so much time this year focusing on how I want to do setups versus blitz, because I hate two of the people in this chat are the blitz users that I was struggling against for so long. White Beast, Lazy, those two use Blitz so well, and it was infuriating for them to use Blitz and just get out of my Oki. So I've spent so much time focusing on how I can stop them doing that. And my Oki setups have gotten a lot better because of that. And it's been great. So it's little rabbit holes like that where I look at it and I go, okay, I learned a lot doing this. So it's things like that where that's how I learn, is doing these things, which is why, like, let's see if I can fucking pull up the answer. I have the answer thing, without scrolls. Yeah. Like, just for point of reference, because Sofish was mentioning it too. I literally went through all of these setups versus Answer, and I still have some different setups I should actually probably test, even though I'd probably know the answer to them. I did all of these setups, wrote down the option for how to deal with them, things that will make counter whiff, things that will counter hit you with Blitz, and I recorded videos for all of it. Using the wake up tool, I was able to do all of this. And this is so many setups overall of just answering a question that nobody had a direct answer to. So it's things like this. Yeah, that actually applies. But that kind of applies to SKD's theory of like, this isn't just me bashing my head into Answer going, okay, these are the things that work and don't. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he messed it up. They don't always do counter, this and that. This is just me sitting down for like several days, pulling out my abacus, pulling up recording videos, writing down notes, and then going, now I have an answer to this stuff. This is great. Like, Like, just even learning this little setup that I do in the corner that I love doing works against answer parry is great because the H-fish is delayed. And so it just hits the answer parry. And it's things like that that is cool. But again, this is all without scrolls. Do I want to start doing one with scrolls? What happens when I start adding in scrolls? That's going to be so much harder to do. But it's an option I can do if we ever get to a point where Xrd has a live bring me back to the specific point in time. I forget the exact phrasing. It's like the not replay takeover is one thing, but I'm thinking more of like you set up the scenario in the lab. It's like if you're labbing a combo, you get to the point where you drop it and you just always start save state. Thank you, save state. Save state. If we ever get to a point where Xrd has save states, I can lab all the stuff with answer scrolls for Oki, but it's just too hard right now without it. But it's things like that that is interesting to me and where I grow in my skills quite a lot. But I don't always want to just have these goals. Let me take a sip of water before I keep yapping. Which, by the way, I've been streaming for 3 hours, so if you've been here anytime at all, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I really do appreciate it. I didn't know if this would be an interesting thing to people, but it's a fun thing for me just to kind of go and see where I started and where I ended this year. So, okay, water. But because I'm going to be entering less offline events to where what's the Daigo quote? To where offline events are where you can and there's a Daigo quote that because I'm blanking right now, where it's tournaments are where you see how far you've grown and show you how much further you have to go. That's what tournaments are. And because I'm going to be doing less of the offline events for that, I'm trying to think about what do I want to do in order to keep growing? Because usually for me, I always have a thing where it's like, oh, Dizzy's so fun, I keep wanting to learn all these things. But what do I do when when I'm not going to as many events next year? So I have to start asking or entering even as many. So I have to ask myself, well, what do I want? How do I want to grow? Where do I go from here? And so it's starting. There are things that I've mentioned so many times tonight. Yes, that's along the lines of what I was thinking of learning. Was tournaments are used to practice for growth because it shows you how far you've come and what things you lose to, which gives you more things to work on for next time ad nauseum forever. But now it's like, okay, my Dizzy from where I was last year to this year, insane amount of growth in ways that I cannot specifically point out myself, which is fine. It's hard to point out your own sections of growth, but you have to but I want to ask myself some questions that are harder to define, and I want to find out what it means to me. Case in point, the number one thing I kept bringing up tonight, how do I want to move around as Dizzy? What is good movement to me? What is this? What does good movement mean to me? I think that's a better way of saying it. What does good movement mean? Because you hear it a lot in games where it's like, oh, this character has a lot of ways to move around, so they have good movement. But how do you actually utilize that good movement? That's what I want to figure out and sit down and watch. I watched just a couple games of Kazuki today, and I went, Kazuki is playing the same character I am, but is not air dashing around like I do. Maybe I'm doing that too much. And maybe it's a matchup thing. Maybe it's a player matchup thing. There are so many questions that like I have to sit down and think about where it's like, is this good of what I'm doing? Is this not? What is me moving around like? What does good movement mean to me? How do I want to move around people and find spots to set up or whiff punish or things like that? It's so interesting. And I'll probably, honestly, probably what I want to do is sometime soon, I want to do a stream of just me sitting down and taking notes, watching Stang, RTW, Kazuki, Ruki, Maki, and just seeing how they move around. And I just want to go and watch that and be like, I need ideas because I don't think I utilize Dizzy's movement that well. I'm doing things better now that I've started adding things like like just jump forward or dash jump or things like that. But I feel like there's a quote that I'm thinking of that Gus, aka Mr. Dolphin, aka Final Fantasy 14 player, one of the best Xrd players in the States that does not enter tournaments, but if you sit down with him, you will get your ass kicked. And it'll be very funny. He said, you know how Dizzy has some of the best movement, but always ends up in the same spot? That kind of clicked with me, and I went, oh. Well, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I can think about this quote and go, is this applying to me? Am I too predictable? So I want to find out, like, what does all of that mean? Where do I want to go with this character? Because now that I'm starting to get the Oki, now I can focus on the fun parts of it, which is the neutral, the defense, the things that I've always thought my offense as a player is my weakest aspect. And it still is, but I've gotten it to a much better point nowadays. So now it's like, okay, well, how do I want to go from here? And maybe that's even another question that is always plaguing me. That Kizu once told me, how do you want to open people up? Because I asked him, how do I get better offense? Or like, what do I do to get good offense? And he hit me with that question of how do you want to open people up? And that's kind of a poignant question. Have you ever thought about how you want to open people up? It's a hard question for some people. For some people it's easy, because some people you just think, I just want to hit them really hard. I want to counter hit them. I want to command grab them. But for me, it's like I don't know. Like, I'm playing this character that when I knock you down has so good of offense and has amazing tick throws, but I don't really know how I want to do it other than just do the good offense, which to me is not as helpful. So, whew, okay. I've been ranting for a bit, but these are some of the ideas I'm going to be trying to figure out going into this next year. So, I'm very much looking forward to what 2025 will bring. Lots of fun events coming up. Unfortunately, I will be spectator mode for a lot of them at home. Wish I could go to everything, but you know, it is what it is. I've got some fun travel planned for next year. Yeah, it's going to be a fun year next year. So I'm hoping, and I'm probably going to start winding down here because I can feel my voice starting to go and I just need to stop yapping. But we got done with this in about 23 hours, and that's really sick. So I've really enjoyed being here, chatting with you all tonight. This has been really fun. Like I said, I don't know if this is helpful to anybody, but it was helpful to me just to see like where I've come from this year. And I always say this, I would love to stream more. We'll see if I actually hold true to that, because this was really fun. So, and I do genuinely love streaming. Rumbleverse goals, bring it back. Bring back the GOAT. I'm still so sad that Rumbleverse is gone. Bring it back. But I think we're gonna call it here. I think I'm probably gonna send you all. Where am I gonna send you to? Give me a moment. Because I think I'm gonna send you all over to Gavister here soon, unless I see anybody else that's. I'm just looking real quick in any of the games that I kind of fuck with. Oh, sick. Actually, I'm gonna send you all over to Melty Blood. So they are doing a fundraiser for Frosty exhibitions right now. So please go watch them. Chicago folks. I forget how to say his name. NPC is running it. So I'm gonna send you all over that way. Yeah, I'm gonna send you all over here. So I'm not gonna try to knock. Please stop asking if I want to collaborate with people. So yeah. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. A lot of fun. I'm probably going to upload this, but stop in, watch some good ass Melty Blood, and yeah. All right, gang. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one and Happy New Year.